Hey, I'm going to take us right into the intro music. Hey, Greg. Yeah, it's Greg. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's a coming, guys. Sorry about this. Oh, I'm over it. It won't stay loaded. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, okay. What the hell is going on? Oh, all right, I think I got it now. It was loaded and ready to go. I don't know why it went away. It should have. Pisses me off when it does that.
Isn't pretty, ain't no one for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway. Home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and nights that were cold. But I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
All right. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday night? Hey, Hope. Hey, Brittany. Wow, where's everybody at tonight? Hmm. So last night, Tony decided. Oh, I got my headset on wrong. No wonder it was bothering me. Tony decided to go live again on TikTok, which he probably will be tonight. I don't know. The man likes late night lives. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, there's a lot of people live that weren't live when I set my live up, but you know how that goes. There's a lot of people live, I think. So I got part of it. I fell asleep because I was on too late. He comes on really late, which I'm sure he will be again tonight because he's down there. According to him, that's where he was headed. Um, but Seth jumped up on Smiley's panel, and she's still live, but I'm not going to stream the live part because that's stream sniping, and there's several doing that. I'll show what's already been aired. Um, I guess that's not. I don't know, but by the time we get to that, hopefully she'll be done. But I do want to show just a little bit about Tony. I mean, he didn't really get too bad, but he did say a few things. Um, but I can tell you right now, if that would have been Christopher Proudfoot going on a panel and acting a fool and freaking out like that, oh my God, it would have been the end of the world. He'd have been hung out to dry. But it is okay that he thinks it's okay to do it. But you know, I was just checking to see if he was live anywhere on TikTok. I don't see him. Maybe he'll take a break. Who knows? Doubtful, but who knows? Hey, Wendy. Hey, Kaylee. So I'm gonna play a little bit. It's choppy a little bit, but well, she's live. Oh, they're talking about something else. He's not on this panel, so yeah, I don't see him. These are people he usually goes live with on TikTok, but I don't see him. But there's a short video on Twitter that somebody posted. It's just a short of Tony's live on TikTok last night. We'll show you that, and then I will play you what I have, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I just trying to give her time to finish because I'll play what's already played and aired, not what she's actually doing live, because that does take away views from her. And even though I can't stand her, it's just a matter of you know, uh, that's it's just not cool. I guess I don't know. That's what I've been told, so I don't know. And I don't know. Oh, he went up a couple times, Wendy. He went up a couple times. But see, Tony's not on none of these panels with these people. They're live, but yeah, I don't understand what they do over there. It's weird. This dude's in the freaking shower while he's live. Are you kidding me? What the? I wasn't sure what to do tonight. I might not even show much of Smileys because of everybody else showing it. I wanted I wanted to show some of the some of the psychic disasters. Yeah. Who they're 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 different. I thought maybe we could have some laughs. Betty went at JLR again, of course. But let me see if I can bring this up right. Okay. Full screen it. Okay. Oops. Well, I can't full screen it until I share screen. Jeez. Let me share screen. I think it was Tony that came into Smileys under the name of Chris, not going to convince me otherwise. Exact same location where Seth was standing. Something's not right about any of this. Oh, I totally, when I was watching it, because I was watching Smiley and people were telling her she was being streamed live, and Smiley will file a strike against you and she'll win. If you are stream sniping her, she'll win. But she was pissed about it. But anyway, I didn't think for 1 second that was Chris. Chris wouldn't have jumped up there. He wouldn't even go to Smiley's. Hey, Marcy. And I do, from what I've seen, I thought it was a total, I don't know, it just didn't seem legit to me. It seemed like drama, manufactured drama is what it seemed like to me. But, that's just my take on it. But this is a video. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's the sound? Why is there no audio? Let me turn the audio the whole way up. Okay, it should play. In the last podcast, Tony Mathis informs us that he is aware of text messages that Sebastian made the night before he went missing to Katie's mother, who is a registered SO. Well, I don't believe that. That's been proven to be fake. Hey,
ask me that question again regarding the text from Sebastian to Katie's mom. Correct?
Yes, I'm curious as to whether or not that you know what time frame we're talking about that the text was sent.
now this was last night.
Our person that came forward with that information, we had a lot of 24 pages of conversations going back and forth, 12 pages, 2 different ways. And we know it was in the evening, and he was still talking about how fantastic his breakfast was that morning. It was, it was innocent.
Did you hear at all if there's been multiple texts prior to this? Do they keep in contact? I just find it very odd.
Well, when I say we, our team was led to believe that that relationship was estranged and there wasn't really any contact. So that was kind of a big deal to us.
Right.
And we, somebody made the comment, should she be allowed to have contact with the child, with her background?
Exactly.
I don't really know. I don't know if it's federal or state to state, but I think there's a big difference between physical contact and being able to talk to someone. I mean, you can talk to somebody on the phone when you're in prison. So,
right.
I don't know if he breached any sort of law or broke the law by having, phone contact with him. Does that make sense?
But also, Sebastian would be her grandson, and he wouldn't have been the victim. So that may also play a part in their communication.
Right.
Yeah, but some of those.
If any of the charges, right, like whatever charge she has, if she's not supposed to have any contact with any kids, or if she's only not allowed to have contact with the victim, if she's not allowed to talk to, the victim's family, or
right, exactly. You guys don't know, so don't fucking speculate. Right.
But we don't know
what
the stipulations may be.
Right.
I know that depending on the level, guys, there are cases where you're simply not allowed to have contact with a minor. Period.
Exactly.
Correct.
Right. But we don't know what those stipulations are.
Right.
Yeah, unless
we know specifically and see it.
Yeah.
If this was true, Ellie would be aware of it. If laws were broken, Katie's mom surely would have been, busted. But yeah, that was just a short. But I don't believe that there's all these 12 to 14 pages. I don't believe that. Not for a second. I don't believe that there's any messages between Sebastian and Katie's mother, because as far as I understand it, Katie didn't even have a relationship with her. So, and I doubt she's gonna, I just doubt the whole scenario. But yeah, it's insanity. It is insanity. This case, and I'm sorry, but Seth doesn't get it. Because he won't. That's just the kind of person he is. Oh, she's still alive. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna play the beginning part. I'm not gonna stream sniper. I I'm not about that. But I am gonna fast forward straight to um I'm gonna try real hard not to stream sniper because I don't know. I don't know. I've been told it's against TOS. I don't know if it is, and I don't want. And Smiley will strike. So and she was pissed when she found out people were stream sniping her because it does take views away from you. I mean, I get that part of it, even though I can't stand Smiley. Slimy, slimy. I have some more of the call from or Tony's live last night too. Oh, maybe I'll play that first, since that's what we started with. But he is still going with that information from the other night that he put out about this phone that he put out the other night on TikTok, which I played that where he said he had proof. Wow, they got a bad echo.
Also, Tony, I keep seeing the same question down in the comments about whether which grandparent of Katie's or mother of Katie's that she was Sebastian was physically texting. Do you know which one it was? Would have been Katie's mom. KP's mom?
Yes.
I don't believe that. And which mom?
I can't see who's requesting while in the box, so you'll have to let them up as you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm echoing.
Yeah, you are. Badly too.
How do I mute my mic?
I think it's me. Let me drop. It's probably me. I always echo. I don't know why.
Hi, Brianna.
I don't know, Wendy. I hope so because I'm going to show it. And I don't want to get a strike. So.
And I'm praying for Seth and Sebastian that he's hopefully found.
Yeah, we're not giving up. I can tell you that. It's been a lot longer fight for a lot of the people involved than it's been for me because today was my second week as of today. I can tell you we're not giving up. I'm not giving up. Seth isn't giving up. We got some good people on this team that aren't giving up. And
what good people on the team? Okay.
We're not going.
What exactly good people in the team are you talking about? You talking about Nina, the event coordinator / search and rescue chick? Or no, that's the A1 chick. Nina is the search and rescuer XPI that lost her license, who's now on parole or probation, but needs money to get her truck fixed and gas money to get there to do a search. Got it. And you're the team. Yeah, and by the way, Tony, aren't you there with Seth tonight now? So you're well aware of his behavior of what I'm getting ready to show. Hey, Debbie Doodles. You're well aware of his behavior. Okay. But y'all remember how you went at Chris because he just couldn't take the bullshit anymore and he'd had enough? Well, funny. It's okay for Sethy, but no one else, right? Got it. Tomorrow there'll be 100 lives. Everybody will be saying, oh, well, poor Seth, he's just so stressed out. There's just so much on him, and he's held it in for so long. No, he has not held shit in for so long.
Let the case go cold.
No, are the PIs still with him?
No, we are without a PI at the
Okay. Well, safe travels tomorrow and be careful, and prayers for everybody.
Thank you so much, Brianne. Certainly appreciate that.
No problem. Be safe. All right. Good night.
You too. Let's see. When is the interview for Caleb? Kelly, I think it's probably going to be in the next week to 10 days. I think we're going to have Brian Enton go down to Corpus Christi, and he's going to do a live interview. We wanted to wait till he could come down there and as the way we know it. So we've been fighting to get Brian Enton for a long, long time, and we finally got confirmation that he's going to cover the case.
You've been fighting to get Brian Enton. There's proof on your Facebook from 2023, pictures with you with Brian Enton. Why are you fighting to get Brian Enton? Okay, this is a missing kid, college student. So it had a lot of attention. I don't think it would be much of a fight. I don't understand why you're negotiating any interview in the first place. But I question all this because I just question all this. Like I said, on your own Facebook page, there's a picture. There's pictures of you and Brian Enton from 2023. But okay.
So very, very, very happy about that.
Tony, sorry, I wanted to address something real quick with you, if it's okay.
Sure, hold on just a second. Let me get these other two guests up here.
I'm going to be the voice of reason, Tony. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah. Blue Knight, you're always the voice of reason. You've always got my back, too.
Yeah, it's getting late, buddy. I think everybody appreciates what you're doing. I know you're doing a great job. Let these two ladies finish it out. And then after that, call it a night, please, sir. And then that's it. And Chase, you can kick me out.
I will do that. You will see I will do that. I'll answer these two questions, and then I'm going to call it a night. I gotta get packed. You are correct, sir. Henrietta, go ahead.
There's a lot of things in the comments, and
Exactly, Wendy. Hey, Vic.
I don't have any advice for it, but the
Such a
information
ridiculous
that was
circus.
obtained
Yep.
by Stephen, I mean, that isn't a secret that's who obtained some very valuable information.
No, it wasn't valuable information, you stupid cow. And this is after you all know that Stephen lied. And you're still saying it was valuable information. I'm glad you're back. Hey, Clemson girl, good to see you. So how are you saying it's valuable information when you know he's lied? There was nothing valuable about it. And honestly, if you go back to the very beginning, nothing to, you don't think that there was any other videos anywhere. Come on.
Comments that Nick Barris is saying this, and it's causing a lot of conflict and confusion. I just wanted to point that out to you. I don't know how to fix that, but I think that's causing a lot of conflict and per se drama between people.
Well, I'll tell you this. He can say that he talked directly to law enforcement. We know that Stephen talked directly to law enforcement. We know that Cindy talked directly.
Oh my God, Tony's still believing this Stephen and still running with this. Are you kidding me? Hey, Thor, Stephen did not talk to, I don't believe any of it.
Law enforcement. You know, I'm not here to get in a pissing match with Nick or anybody else, but I will tell you that I don't still know that they have seen what we have regarding the text to Katie's mom. And when I'll tell you that we got a lot of evidence, we got a lot of evidence. So
Oh
as far
boy.
as I cleared that up, as far as what they're saying about, they say that they didn't tell Stephen that there was actual footage of Sebastian on the 26th. They're saying that what they said was they have a lot of video evidence from the 25th and the 26th. That's okay. I mean, I have no issue with that. But what they're not denying is that
I don't believe they told Stephen anything at all. The dude's a fraud, just like you, Tony. Just like you. If you have all this evidence, why have you not given it to TBI? If you've got all these pages and pages and pages of text messages, how'd he get them? How did Stephen get them to give them to you? Katie's mom just handed them over? Come on, are you fucking an idiot? Are you really stupid?
said that after 72 hours that the theory took a 180-degree turn. And as I said last night, I think that's the biggest bomb, because we know that 72 hours in, they still thought he was a runaway, and something was obtained that provoked him to change their theory 180 degrees. And
when did they change their theory?
I think it's a big bombshell. I think it was the biggest news that I gave. Doesn't change where the case is at or anything, but it gives me some confidence that they've got some evidence to lead them in a certain direction, right?
Absolutely. I just, wanted to point that out because you and Steven and the rest of the team are working so hard on this case. And I don't have a doubt that Stephen, didn't obtain this information at all. And then Nick Bear is trying to counteract that. It's a little confusing for others. So I just wanted to talk to you about
Let me tell you something. When it comes down to it, I'll believe Nick Bears before I ever believe Tony or Stephen. Hey, Sheila.
Well, let me say something, okay? First off,
this is last night.
Kudos to Stephen for getting involved, getting on the ground, trying to do the right thing, trying to get information, regardless of,
I agree, Callie, but no, they don't.
Whatever he's saying he did, I support the hell out of him for trying to help. And he's going in there. He's talked to law enforcement 2 days in a row. So what I would say to Nick or anybody else is, if you don't agree with that communication, then open up a line of communication with the father and talk to him. Work with the spokesperson. Let me figure out what you would like me to deliver and what you would not. And let's work together. I mean, when these cases go, what people are saying cold, which I don't think it's a cold case, but when these cases go a little bit cold, people start reaching and grasping and things of that nature. So, if you wanna clear up what you don't think I said is right, then hold a press conference. Talk to the father. I mean, come out and talk to the public. Say something. And I will tell you that our goal in releasing any information that we felt like we had is simply to get their attention and to get them to talking to Seth. And
okay, so Seth saying he's going to release CPS records, saying that he knows how bad it was there now. He knows what was going on. I don't believe any of it. I think if he did get anything, it was about the one visit that Chris and Katie were upfront and talked about. If even that.
Information I release, to the best of my knowledge at that time, is going to be accurate. And our plan worked. They reached out to Seth today. 2 different law enforcement officers reached out to Seth. So to me, that was a huge win. Huge win.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Yes, ma'am.
Get some rest.
I'm going to do it, guys. I really appreciate everybody coming in tonight. We had a good turnout, and thank you for keeping everything mostly drama free. And can't tell you how much Seth and I appreciate you guys. Say a prayer for us this weekend. It's going to be a emotional weekend. So peace out. Love you guys.
Okay. Number one, I don't get what the hell are they celebrating? Why are they having a damn barbecue for a missing kid? They're having a freaking barbecue. It's not a party. Yeah, drama free. You heard that too? Yeah, drama free. TikTok Tony, yep. Now, drama free, huh? They're having a barbecue. Tony L.E. won't talk to you. This pressure campaign won't work. That's what they're trying to do. They are trying. Seth admitted he gave Josh permission to leak that audio. And he's saying that Trevor did it, and that's why he had to kick Trevor to the curb. We're getting ready to get into Smiley. I know a couple other people are playing it, but I don't care. But this stuff was with Tony. Something isn't. And this was last night's TikTok live. I got that last night, and then the night before, I got a part that a lot of channels didn't play, and I got the part before the live went down, and they set up other lives. Of course, Seth was in on it. Seth is in on everything.
Seriously.
He's not as naive as people keep trying to say he is. He's not. It's just that he's not. You know? It is what it is. Oh my God. This 111 True Crime, she is freaking. Hey, KK, good to see you. She is freaking nuts. That woman is woo. One flew over the cuckoo's nest and never came back. The lab guy was on there, yeah. Oh, and now she's running with what Tony's saying. Sebastian Rogers, Ellie went from runaway to missing to 180-degree turn. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But she did these 2 lives, and she got this whole scenario, and she's sending it to law enforcement. Oh, thanks, Kate. Thanks for coming in. She got this hold, and she's sending it to law enforcement, just like she tags TBI and FBI in her lives. She constantly emails them the stuff she does. They're gonna 5150 this woman if she don't knock it off. But we are gonna go over that. It's a lot. But this happened, so we'll do this, and then we'll do her another day, probably tomorrow. But I'm gonna fast forward.
I mean, when you play a victim, you can feel sorry for yourself, which may allow you to treat yourself better than you usually do. But you need to examine your own behavior. You do. You act like, people act like with this mentality they haven't done anything wrong. And that could be furthest from the truth.
What have they done wrong?
Hold on. Thank you, Pines and Needle. Thank you. I don't know about the love. I'm glad Terry Lynn and Charlie's here. Thank you, everybody, for being here and
And
supporting.
that
Thank
Terry
you.
Lynn, oh, she's another one.
Let's see.
She needs
Gotta
help.
make sure I'm not behind.
She needs so
Lord
many
have
nutters
mercy.
in this case. Yeah, that Terry Lynn is.
Okay.
Oh, she's.
Well, Seth and Tony are coming on stream. Yep. They are. There we go. Okay, it's moving again.
So Seth and
Do
Tony
not
were
be nervous.
supposed to come on.
I don't know
her
why I'm so
stream.
nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. I don't know.
So she knew Seth and
There-
Tony was coming on her stream tonight.
Is there a cancer survivor in here?
Who was that addressed to? Oh,
Oh,
Chris and
okay.
Katie. They're, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Text your questions to Justin. That's right. Delicious. Jeez, I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. You never reach your full potential as a human being, too, when you act like the victim. You just don't. You just don't. And you lose so much. So you might need to take a step back and if you have this issue, literally just evaluate yourself. And you might even have this problem. I'm not saying anybody does. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that's just story time's over. It's just one of those things, y'all. I don't know. So we were just talking about because we got real victims out there. I don't know. So I'm trying to watch the chat and see who all's in here.
She's waiting for them to come up. I'm going to fast forward. We can go back and go over this, but let's start here.
This could be interesting.
Could be.
I don't know why you asked me.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did you move to, Illinois or Tennessee?
Yeah, she rambles a lot.
I don't know where he moved.
Does.
I'm just playing. I don't know where he moved. How's Smiley supposed to know where he moved?
You sent me an email,
Michelle
Wendy?
said, T-Rev, work your magic. Find out where they at. That's right, T-Rev. T-Rev, you're on duty now.
Oh, he's not mad at Tony, though. You'll see.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Tony about to get his first late slip. Tony. Oh, shit.
And I don't think Tony ever came up. Hi, Gina Marie.
We all getting late if you don't come on.
That's why I'm trying to watch TikTok to see if Tony goes live on TikTok.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't come up. He purposely stood her up.
Oh, God.
Come on, Smiley. Get on with it. Jesus.
I know, Trevor. How about that T-Rev gonna come on Smiley's channel?
Look at her. She didn't know how to handle it. Yeah, and another thing, you know, people give him, say, oh, well, Trevor is so sweet and so good. And, you know, he left YouTube, but yet he's popping up on panels. He's in a lot of chats. I question all that, too.
Look at you. Those voices.
Hi. It's not a troll.
I know. It's fine.
Or am I?
So they
No,
were,
you're not.
they were supposed to come on
So
panel.
no
and they're all late.
brownies? Because like I'm starving Marvin at work, and that is a delicious looking icon, my friend.
No brownies. I wish.
Bam.
Thank you, just a girl. No, I wish.
Okay, so they came in your chat and said that they'd like to come up on here.
Yes.
In your chat. Okay, so what do you want to get? What do you want to get out of tonight, Miss Smiley? Like, what do you hope to get out of tonight if they come on here? Which they probably will. I don't think they're probably just getting ready, maybe having dinner or something, whatever.
Yeah, he said it'll be about an hour because they had to do something, but he said him and Seth would like to come up here
Well, that
And
probably would be. Okay,
yeah,
so what do you hope comes out of tonight?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know why I'm so nervous because I never am. But
Well, don't be nervous because you make people comfortable talking to you, and they came to you. So
yeah,
screw the haters that are gonna say whatever, tragedy pimp, whatever. They came to you.
yeah.
So just just think about what you would like to know. Everyone's saying sleep medication, or is he on that Risperdal or whatever
oh,
it's called?
don't worry, Cher. I'm going to review you and Justin. Your little live and you accusing Katie of giving him too much medicine and all this other stuff. Don't worry. You and Spanky's going to get a couple minutes of attention. You're trash and you're on a panel with trash.
I don't know because like my son now he took the Whisperedol also, but
With
and so he
Sparadol.
took clonidine as well for sleep, which lowers your blood pressure and makes you sleepy. So I don't know if he took both or not.
Right. Because I'm familiar with the drug everyone's saying to me, but I've never knew it to be just a sleeping medication. There was with,
No,
always
Trevor.
other medications to help with sleep with people that I know that took that kind of medication. So
Yeah.
I was just curious. Because when you say something like OD on sleeping meds, well, what does that mean? Is it
I'll
melatonin?
look at
Because
it,
that's
Wendy.
next to impossible to OD on.
Yeah, no,
Um,
not it's a script.
so yeah, or is it a prescription sleeping medication that could do damage? Or was she doing like, I don't know, NyQuil on her own or Benadryl on her own or something like that? I don't know. I'm just asking because that's what's out there. So I'm just
Probably the
curious. What's
most
the sleep aid?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous thing would be the clonidine because it's a blood pressure medicine and it lowers your blood pressure. Did she give him too much and make his blood pressure too low, or double dose, or
Wow.
give him something else on top of it?
I don't believe they're saying this.
Maybe. See, I just wish that honestly wasn't even out there. I do think that's where Nancy Grace kind of messed up. Like, because to be honest, that is hearsay, right? You're asking Seth,
Yeah.
what's your opinion? Well, that's like taking any of us and saying, well, what's your opinion? Oh, okay, well, I think Smiley gave him too much melatonin. And then it's being broadcasted on Nancy Grace, of all people.
Yeah.
So I just wish, like, I know he has his thoughts and opinions and he sure is entitled to it, but I do wish that Nancy Grace didn't do that to Seth, because Seth is going to take all the heat now for that because he said it, but that wasn't supposed to be aired. Like, I love Nancy Grace, but yeah, Seth is in chat. Justin told me to tell you.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm going to hop down.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Nancy Grace.
Thank you, Ginger Snap. I got it. Thank you. All right. So here we go. All right, let me get the invite thing.
But they don't know that any of that's happening,
Okay.
yet they're saying it.
Thank you, Ginger Snap.
They don't know what medications he was on.
Okay, there we go. All right. Hey, Seth. How you doing, Seth? Uh-oh. Link got dropped. Sorry. Let me put it back down there.
Wait till I show you some of the psychics I've been telling you now for a couple weeks. I've been watching these psychics. Oh, whoa. They're I'll have to show you. What are you doing, Smiley?
Daylight where he was at. Okay, everybody. Let's see.
Okay, here we go.
Lord have
Finally.
mercy, honey. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Where is Seth?
He can't hear you.
Smiley,
Hi, Seth.
see, right here in front of Beach High School,
Good
in front
for
of my
you.
son's high school. Of course, it's me, Trevor Lee, you slimy little slime ball.
Ho.
Hey, traders.
Ho.
You been
Seth?
practicing? You got it down pat?
What's going on?
Am I going to get a reading?
Chloe, I asked her to step back because she was leaking stuff. I know you don't got me in the show yet, but she was leaking information.
You are in the show.
Oh, I am in the show. My bad.
You are in the
He knows he's in the show. You know when you're in the
Hold
show.
on.
I figured I was still
All right, I'm
backstage
there
talking
for
to
it,
you,
traders.
Smiley.
What time?
No, you're in the show. You're in the show. Mic drop.
Pretty much.
This man just makes my skin crawl. You have not been searching for your son this whole time. After the first week, you laid off, but you never told anybody. Like your fake shoulder injury. I seen the video. Dude, that was so fucking fake. That was so. Come on.
Yeah, Chloe leaked. Chloe gave the audio file to Trevor Lee, knowing full well that I would take the blame because I'm the person that does that. And then I did my own
Bullshit. Bullshit. You and Tony both were aware that that recording existed. You knew it was out there. You just sat back and let it get exposed, let it get put out there so then you could come out. Stop it. Dude, you're not that good, okay? You're not that clever.
investigation to find out where it was. You sit there and leaked it off the podcasters and everything else, and then wants to get all uppity because I won't let. Hi, Smiley. I won't let my PR person sit there and defend Chloe. Who the hell does Trevor think he is to sit there and tell somebody that's working for me to do something?
Smiley, I'm sorry, hon. I don't
Okay, number one, I don't know how anybody was working for you when you ain't paid a damn person. But okay.
know who you are, and I don't know whose profile that is, but it's not mine. I've been with Seth all day.
Y'all didn't say you were coming on my channel.
Yes, you
Somebody
did.
was out there saying that we were coming on the panel. That Tony said that we were coming on. We've been out here riding around all day.
Oh.
Checking out places for searching and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I got like almost 1,700 people in here.
Mic drop. Sorry about that.
And
okay.
Did you see his face? Are you buying this? Are you really buying this? Hey, Savage. They never told her it was somebody, a troll accounts pretended to be them. Did you see how Seth looked away and scratched his face? Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, so I want you to know that I love Trevor and
hey, I tell you what, I'm sorry. I thought he was a great person too. But after I saw, I got so many snakes that were in my group, I'm still cutting heads off. And it came as a shock to me. It came as an absolute shock that this man, I can't even call him a man, that this individual would sit there and lie to my face and then sit there and put out lies to begin with. And now he want to go out there whenever I'm in a podcast or whatnot, and nothing about Sebastian. No, nothing about my son. All about Chloe and her little clique. When I asked her to step back, she took almost all the searchers with them. And now people are like, oh, it was like a slap to my face. They don't know why I asked her to step back. But I asked her to step back because she's a private investigator trying to be a SAR person. You need to get out of the field and get back to doing private investigation, which she wasn't doing. She wanted to vet everybody. Like everybody.
Oh my gosh, she was doing her job as a PI, vetting people. Are you kidding me? Is that not what they're supposed to do?
want to know, what size foot they were when they were born. And it's like, I will accept help from anybody to find my son.
Oh, we know.
And people are taking my good-hearted nature and just
See, that
trampling
is
all
not
over it. And it's
Chris.
going to bring
That
out the
is
negative
not
part of
Chris.
me that don't give a flying.
That's outdoors. That is Tony.
Smile
trying
around
to
and find out.
You're pushing away everybody.
And that's exactly why I didn't stay up. Hey, Poon, welcome in. That is not Chris. That is the same place where Seth is right now, and Tony is there with him. That was Tony saying he was Chris. These people aren't even good at this, man. All you got to do is really watch them. Listen to what they say. Watch their faces. They are not good at this. Hey, Jules. Yeah, wonder why she wanted to check people out. She's a PI. That's what she's supposed to do. Nope. When our nephew was missing, nope. We did not come to YouTube or social media. No, we did not.
That's trying to help you.
Trevor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that him himself? You know where I'm at, Trevor. Why don't you just go ahead and step out of Chloe's house and come on over, boy? And I'll show you what a man does.
Oh,
Step.
You're really helping find Sebastian
wow.
doing this.
Hey, why you sitting there changing your face? Hey, what? Can't spend the time looking for summer no more, right? You want to say where I'm at? You see where I'm at. You don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you on this panel right now?
Why don't you go ahead and tell
Don't
me
you
how many
ever,
times that
and
I
I will let this be publicly known. You, Chloe, your whole team does not have my blessing to use my name or my son's name to ask people to search on their property. Like you have a contract with me. Trevor, you need to go home, boy. This is out of your league.
Is it? Because if I recall, I'm the one that's
Yeah, is it? Because if I recall, I didn't ask you to respond.
You know what, Seth? You have a problem. Everyone blames Chris. You don't let no one talk. You did the same thing to Chris on Web Sleuth's panel. You don't shut up because you don't want the truth out there. Do I like Trevor? Do I trust him? Well, I don't know if I like him or not. I don't know him. But do I trust him after what I have seen? No. I think this is all a bunch of shit. I think this is all manufactured drama. It's too fake. Then you got Tony trying to come up here playing Chris. Dumbass is at the same place you are. You can see the same scene. Jesus.
I told you to get off the panel, boy. This is my son, not yours.
Now, granted, this was all manufactured in my opinion. But do you know what would happen if this would have been Chris? The internet would have broke tonight. There would have been so many lives on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It would have broke the internet.
My son, not yours. My son. This is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I named him. I named him Sebastian. I named him Drake. I named him Wayne. I named him Rogers. That's my last name. Take your Trevor Lee ass and fuck off, dude. You want to, literally, this is my goddamn son.
Seth.
Now, why are him and Tony hanging out at that school when the stuff's not even there till tomorrow? Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jess. Wow. I'm sorry, but Trevor helped you a lot, Seth. A lot. You seem to turn on the people that want to make sure, like Chloe. Granted, I don't, think much of her either as a PI, but that's not for me. She wasn't working for me. But at least she was trying to do the right thing. She wanted to vet people to make sure who they say they are. And you don't care to have that done. Look at what's happened because you wouldn't listen to her. You got a fake neighbor calling into crime lines and lies, which I busted out. That is none other than Mark W., a chatter. He's in a lot of chats. I know that's Mark. I spoke to Mark for hours on the phone. I know Mark's voice. That is 1000% Mark. That was not a neighbor of Chris and Katie's. He does not live in Tennessee. He does not live beside them. And they're still running with that, saying that neighbor was legit. You can't make this shit up. Then you got another neighbor calling in. Then you got a fake cousin calling in. You got all these fakes. You got a fake dog handler. You got all these fakes. And he stopped the PI that was trying to do her job by vetting these people. You know, one thing that Christopher Proudfoot does do is he checks these people out. And then when they don't pan out, and he don't have nothing to do with them, but he's slammed for doing that.
Trevor, are you okay? Well, that
Hey,
went well.
Jessica. Because they now have started to market. And I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. Oh, my banner. Let me get it on. Oh, shoot. Don't have my banner on. Don't have my music on. Shit. And Smiley was pissed and threatening. She was pissed. She was being stream sniped. That's why I'm behind in the stream on purpose. But I don't want to give her any reason. Daydreaming sounds like a good one because they're daydreaming. It's for real. All right. Now I should be safe. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'll turn it down.
That was a good move, AB. You're right. I wonder if I can.
Oh, it's okay.
Hold
Brittany.
on a minute. Hold on, Cher. Hold on.
Well, she kind of did get a new background because we were all over her about her smiley face background from the Piggly Wiggly, which paid $5.99 for it. The Piggly Wiggly. It looked like something from preschool. So this is the background she changed it to. And sometimes it moves. It's wild.
I mean, you're fine. Let's see if I can get him back up here.
Oh,
Can
you
I
will. They're
get
coming
him
back.
up here? T-Rev, can you call him and see if I can get him back up here? Tell him Trevor's gone.
So T-Rev 757's in chat.
Can somebody get him back up here?
Okay.
This is.
Isn't he down there hanging with Seth too?
Hold on. Sorry, Cher. I mean, you can talk, but
you don't want Cher. She's real trash. You don't want her running your live. But okay.
Hold on a minute. Stay up here, but 40. Y'all.
She's a mess, this woman. She's a hot mess. Let's fast forward.
Okay.
We got Spanky.
If they want to. But I said, and it was in the back of my head, I said, I wonder why.
Restreaming
Now,
Smiley.
y'all can all have different opinions or whatever, but I said,
Spanky.
I wonder why Seth comes in my chats, but I wonder why Seth never comes on my panel. I wonder why Seth will never come on my lives.
I don't know. You always say that you're texting with him. And I actually think the one time you said it when I was reviewing you, you were actually telling the truth. Because I was also watching him on that panel of the dude that thinks he knows how to diagnose and tell that Katie and Chris are lying. What was his name? Peter Hyatt or something like that. But anyway, you claimed he was texting you at the time. And I think you're right, because I pointed it out that he was on his phone and didn't participate in that panel. But okay.
Anybody have a inkling of a answer for that? Let's all think about that right now.
Oh,
y'all know
thank
Smiley. You've all seen Smiley. You've seen how I interview.
Oh.
Now let's think about this a minute.
I watched that live of yours. I think we reviewed part of it. There was a lot of questions you didn't ask that you should have asked. So there's that. You missed such a great opportunity. But okay.
Let's all start thinking about this logically right now before we make up our minds about anything. Because I've been on Seth's side So let's start thinking about this logically for a minute before we all snap and start changing our tones here for a minute. Is there a reason that Seth won't come on my panel? Y'all
He was
seen
just
how my
up here.
interviews go and shit like that?
He was just up there.
And
I agree with Dolly. Why didn't he talk to Chris Proudfoot like that? Keep the same energy, right?
Because maybe it's manufactured
I mean,
drama.
this is ridiculous. You know
No.
something?
No. Hold on a minute. No.
If you notice, every time they get busted, they get debunked with this info they're putting out, or some, new stuff comes out about Seth and Tony. There's some kind of manufactured drama that pops off immediately. They running out of the walls like roaches. Yep, they are.
Y'all are missing the point, MNT clan. Listen, I've not asked him to go on my panel. You're missing the whole fucking point.
No. Seth doesn't want anybody around him that wants to actually check out people, that wants to actually vet people, that they are who they claim they are. Or they want to follow, work with law enforcement. Seth has done everything against law enforcement. He doesn't want anybody that's going to say, no, don't do it that way. It's not the right way. He as soon as you do, you're gone.
You're missing the point. He roams in my chat.
You want to talk about raising money? This man had raised over $25,000 just in the one GoFundMe. The one GoFundMe. Do you know how many cash apps? Thousands of dollars. I hear Venmo too. Thousands of dollars. T-shirt sales. All kind of crap. He's making a ton of money. He has marketed this. And now he's got Tony with his greedy little hands and lying ass to help him market it. That's just my opinion.
I've never asked him to come on my channel. In fact, we're not here tonight because
you don't have a motorcycle. Why are you organizing a bike run? But see, he didn't organize it. He's just taking the credit for it. And when Chris was trying to do it, who has a motorcycle and actually has legit ties to decent guys that ride motorcycles, he was a trash for it. Next thing you know, these people are doing it. But Seth didn't organize nothing. Okay, you know that, right? Others did. He don't even have a damn bike. He don't ride. But he got one for tomorrow, didn't he? Don't know how. Heard many rumors. Not sure. Don't know if we'll ever know the truth. Hey, COVIDs. That's a cool name, COVIDs. Oh, I'm stuck up for Seth too because he's the dad. But there comes a time that enough is enough. Chris and Katie ain't out here making a penny.
I asked him to come on my channel. Okay? There's something odd about him coming in. In fact, I've told all creators, you should leave Seth alone. If he wants an interview, he knows where each one of us is at. Matter of fact, I thought everybody should leave him alone and not be badgering him for an interview. But then it hit me
I
one
don't
day.
think it took much badgering, honestly. He's more than happy to jump on panel after panel after panel after panel.
It's kind of odd he goes on these panels. Nothing against, these couple that he goes on. But it's kind of odd when you come
It's
into
a
my
slow
chat
Saturday night. I usually have a much bigger audience.
but you don't
But I'm happy you guys
hit their
are all
link up.
here.
It's just kind of odd. But is it because he fears the way I interview that he will slip up and do or say something? Is there a fear there? There's something wrong with this picture.
The way you interview, yeah, that's not the problem. Problem is you interviewed Chris and Katie first. That's the whole problem. And don't worry, he's coming back on your panel here in a minute and you're going to kiss his behind. But okay.
Now I'm fucking starting to get mad.
Oh, look out.
And also, while we're at it, I don't like the damn games being played, matter of fact. And there's something about this shit right here. Why is it you want to be surrounded with all the damn criminals?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it in your group? Let's just get down to the damn nitty gritty, okay?
Okay.
You might have been at work and had a damn alibi. But that don't mean like Hawaii Hawthorne or whatever her name was, that you wasn't involved in this shit. Her daddy out looking for her the whole time. It might have not have been the same case, but it don't, you know, you work for a jail. You could have had criminals to come help. Yeah, here I am. Let's all get on the same page here for a minute.
Oh.
And Trev time hadn't done nothing wrong.
And she really, really, really likes Trevor. But she's going to kiss Seth's ass. He's coming back up here in a minute.
Listen, he has been looking for children since he was a child.
Wait a minute.
Trev.
And bingo, he just talked about Summer Wells' case. Bingo, who's been watching Summer Wells' case and maybe getting these ideas? Now you done pissed me the fuck off.
So listen, Trev has been giving to Summer Wells since way before Sebastian was missing. All we do is try to get these children's faces out.
Spanky,
it's rare you ever get cut.
Stop it. Your whole channel is about Summer Wells and now this case. And then you're back to Summer Wells. You gripped off these, you exploit these kids. Leave them alone.
Trust by parents
Hey, Joel.
of a missing child. It's just a rare. This is another one.
Hold on. Say,
Josh, I'll send it to you.
also, it made me think about this. You didn't see this just a minute ago, but the person that tried to come up here just a minute ago was under them same trees when Seth tried to come up here the first time and got disconnected. So is Chris with Seth and Tony right now? Because when Seth and Tony was there, Chris tried to come up here under the same fucking trees where they were at just a minute ago, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think they're all in this fucking shit together now. That's what you didn't see up here under my little panel just a minute ago. First it was Seth, and he got disconnected the first time. Then we saw Seth and Tony. Then Chris tried to come up here under the same fucking trees that Tony come under a Chris's name. So what the hell is going on?
Well, I think it might be a troll if we're not careful. And I'll tell you why later.
I don't know. They were at the school, so I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I that's true. Chris could be there with them.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's Seth. Okay, Seth. What? Now what?
First of all, I meant no disrespect for you, Miss Smiley. And I will tell you right now, Chris Proudfoot ain't nowhere near me.
Okay, so you're sitting there watching me. So why did you come on here like that? Why? Why? I mean, who is lying? Why? What is going on right now? What?
Yeah, somebody said that you were first. Is there there's a lag on this thing or something?
I'm sorry, what?
I said there's a horrible lag.
I'm sorry. Now go ahead. Can you hear me?
He said
Can you
there's a
hear me?
lag. It's
Can you hear me now?
it's a service. He froze.
Oh, you froze. You froze.
Test.
All right. Can you hear me now? I don't know. Go out and come back in. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. How am I gonna make him unfreeze, y'all?
He'll drop off. He'll come back up.
Okay.
It's okay. Hey, Josh.
Hey, how's it going?
Now there he is. Okay. Are you back?
Seth,
Okay.
we see you. We see
Now
you.
we see you.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can hear you.
Miss Smiley, first of all, I did not mean to disrespect your channel and your panel. But I have been dealing with him, as in Trevor Lee, for a minute. All right. And for the disrespect, the distrust, and the betrayal that I feel at this gentleman sitting there backing up a PI who refused to actually do PI stuff for me like I asked her to. And for her to turn around and give him the audio file that got blamed on me for leaking, which I don't care. I've got juicier ones, more juicier ones.
Yeah, but Seth, that was me.
No, I did my own research, Josh. It wasn't you. It was out. Literally, somebody sent it to my mom. Somebody sent it to my mom. All right, my mom heard this before you guys even did. I sure in the hell didn't.
Say?
You, it was out. Literally, in my own.
Yeah, but Seth, that was me.
No, I did my own research, Josh. It wasn't you. It was out. Literally, somebody sent it to my mom. Somebody sent it to my mom.
Okay, wait a minute. So
All right,
Josh is telling him he's the one that released it, but but Seth is blaming Trevor. But they all knew about this recording, and Seth wanted it out, but he didn't want to be the one to put it out. Yeah.
Mom heard this before you guys even did. I sure in the hell didn't send no audio file to my mom. You know, she's got enough stress on her plate with her grandchild missing. I got enough stress on my plate with my son missing. And no,
I think Josh is starting to realize that Seth is a liar. Watch his face.
I'm at Beach High School. I got enough.
His face.
You guys even to my mom. All right, my mom heard this before you guys even did. I sure in the hell didn't send no audio file to my mom. You know, she's got enough stress on her plate with her grandchild missing. I got enough stress on my plate with my son missing. And no, I'm at Beach High School, and there is no Christopher Proudfoot here.
I wouldn't be there with your ass either. Why would he be there? The vigil's not till tomorrow, but I don't blame them for not showing up. I wouldn't be nowhere around you and your people either.
Nowhere. Like, literally nowhere.
No one is
I
there.
think it was someone messing. I think it was a troll.
Isn't it convenient that he went to the school to do this panel? Just saying. Hey, Patricia.
Apologize, Smiley, because I have nothing but love for you. Ever since the first time I came on your chat. But when I find a snake that's hiding in here and sitting there doing nothing but harm to me trying to find my son, it does get me riled up. It gets me riled up because my son's been gone for over 80 days and I can't find.
He can't cry.
And people just don't understand what it's like to have a kid missing. I ain't getting nowhere. I'm getting nothing from Sumner County. And it makes me wonder if there's other kids.
You wonder why. This is exactly why. There's many examples of why you're not getting anything from law enforcement. They've asked you to shut up. They've asked you to cooperate with them, and you're not.
kids in this county that are missing that Sumner County ain't even looking for. If it's not just my kid. There could be hundreds of kids missing, and they're not.
Tony's with them. Him and Tony are the only ones there. The vigil's not even till tomorrow. This was all a setup. Why are they there? They can't get into the school. They can't do anything else. Nobody else is there but him and Tony. Tony's holding his phone. Tony was on camera with them,
doing their job, and it makes me scared
Tony's
for every one of my.
Come up as Chris with the same scenery, and now he's saying that there's other kids missing, and it's all tied together.
My son's classmates. All right, I am at my wit's end.
Seth.
I have gone so long in my house, walking into my house, seeing my son's room empty.
Look, he's not crying. Look at him. He's not crying at all. He's trying to, but it's not happening. Seth, you've seen your son maybe twice a month, 2 weekends a month. You hadn't seen him for the last 6 weeks. Don't act like I'm sorry, but don't act like your father of the year.
He's not playing video games that people give me shit about. You know what? People are going to give me shit because I let my son experience certain things, like playing video games and not having somebody breathing down on him, telling him you can't be on, you can't play video games because maybe you'll talk to somebody. I had conversations with my son. He didn't even use the headphones. You can't talk to anybody if you don't got the headphones in. It's a PlayStation 4. It ain't no PlayStation 5 with built-in stuff. I don't own a PlayStation 5. People giving me shit because I want my son's stuff back. They took his stuff. That's all I have. It needs to be back in his room for when we find him and he comes home. Things are in the same place that they were when he left. Nobody seems to understand. I love my son. I miss my son. And I'm trying to find him. I'm out here today looking. Chloe kept me away from search areas.
What? No, she wanted you to work with law enforcement and with legitimate people. You don't want to. You don't want to do things the right way. And how the hell are you looking when you're standing there on a panel with Tony at a school where he's not at? How's that looking? You haven't looked since that first week. Stop it. Seth. I get it. I get that you're the dad, but dude. Ooh.
Plenty of search areas. Had people babysitting me because she didn't want me to find my kid. Well, we don't want you to come across his deceased corpse. Well, I'll tell you what,
and that's true.
Some type of closure. Me, I want to come across my son alive and well. All right. But still, to sit there and tell me that you're going to run this is my show because it's my son. And nobody's going to sit there and tell me that I can't participate trying to find my kid.
So I take it he has no intentions on going, hey, Skull Girl, I'm going back to work. I guess he's making enough money that he don't need to.
All right. I communicate with TBI. If I go somewhere, they already know 2 days in advance. So that way they know where I'm going. Because by be damned if someone's going to tell me not to go there. I contact TBI. I have everything recorded in chats, text messages, so they know my whereabouts. They know my locations. Because if I am somewhere, they want me to call them if I find something. Sure. And every time I go search and I don't have anything to show for it afterwards, you have no idea how it feels deep down inside that I failed to find my son, which means I failed to find him again. People want to sit there. I've got balls. I just don't need to fucking show my nuts to everybody. I just got to find my son.
No, you just get on here and purposely conceal facts, which is concealment. And then the falsification of details. You participate in that. That's what makes the lie, the concealment and the falsification. And you do just that. Just like you lied about the lie detector test. Just like you've lied about a lot of things.
Not about this shit. I am not fucking Christopher Proudfoot. All right? I have respect for fucking people.
He talks to the TBI all the time, but they don't. But there's no relationship with him and law enforcement. Make it make sense.
But when people sit there and piss and shit on me and then bite me with their fucking venom-filled fangs and they're fucking poisoning the search groups against me, I brought people in that had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, she is.
I took regular people and brought them in for a cause, and that cause is dear to me. It's for my son. And then for someone to sit there and leak this stupid shit that really had no fucking meaning at all. It's a video file. It's an audio file. I don't care. It doesn't get me any closer to my son. Yeah, it shows people how Christopher acts. We all know how he acts. We all know.
You mean how you conveniently set him up? And he, according to him, he has even worse calls. Of course, he had to put that fact in there too. He had to bring that in and say, I've got even worse. Oh no, battery, come on. Okay, it's working.
Know how he displays himself. I don't care about him.
Yes, you do.
I want to find my son.
If you didn't care about making them look like the most horrible people in the world, you wouldn't spend all your energy doing that. Because you sure do it a lot. You can't help yourself. You've never tried to work as a team. You've always wanted to paint yourself as this perfect dad. As the one who was treated badly by Katie because she left you and divorced your ass. There's court documents that say different about you, Seth. Where are the court documents about Chris? There isn't. You got some ex who's in the middle of a nasty custody battle to assassinate his character. Good job, I guess.
Churches are going to start back up at the end of this week coming up.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to come to the vigil and say a prayer for my son and join us for prayer for my son, please, of all people, come. I don't need the drama. My son doesn't need the drama. I'm tired of it.
Seth, you are a big part of why there's so much drama. Are you kidding me? He's caused the drama. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Sub up if you're not subbed up.
People say I cause it because I answered questions or because I'm emotional about stuff. But if you're not emotional about your child missing, was that really your child?
I agree with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
he can't even cry. It's so fake.
I love you, Smiley. I love you, Josh. I love you, Justin. I gotta go though. And if people can't accept my apology, that's on them. That's not on me.
But Seth, listen, I love you, Seth.
You
But
don't
listen,
even know
please,
him.
You can't.
This
You're
was I love
vulnerable
you
right
shit.
now, okay? That's one thing. You're vulnerable right now.
They don't even know each
And
other.
the world, we don't want to see you vulnerable because there are vultures out there. But it just seems like the good ones are getting gone, and you can't let that hate get built up.
You know what? When I asked Chloe to step back, it was the same thing when I asked Heather to step back. I just asked him to step back because I saw what was going on and I had information and I wasn't going to put it out there. I just wanted her to step back because I saw what was going on. I saw it. I didn't want it to be a public display. I didn't want to see the shit come out like this. So I asked her, but certain people won't let it go. Keep poking the bear. Keep poking the bear.
Wait a minute.
And
You didn't want none of this out there. You're the one that put most of it out there. And was behind the other parts getting put out there. What are you talking about? You're the one putting this stuff out there, Seth. What? Am I on cloud 9 or what? Have I not been watching for the past couple months the same What? Wow. And not one person will say nothing to him. Josh, but I think Josh might be opening his eyes a little bit now, even though I don't care for the lab, but.
Seth,
I'm a bear.
Before you go, I want to
What's
say,
up, Josh?
You do what you do what you're doing. Keep looking for your son. I disagree about Trevor. I think he's a wonderful kid, a young man. I really do. And I think that
there's a misunderstanding somewhere.
I think that you think that
I
too.
understand, Josh. I just think somebody got their hands into the kid and it's changed him a little bit.
But he's a good. He's a special guy. You know what? He really is.
Yes.
Can I ask you?
But it's not about Trevor. It's not. It's about you finding.
It's about Sebastian.
Right. But I do have to say that I love Trevor a lot. And I think that he's a great human. And, I think there's a lot of pressure. And I know that what you're going through is hell. You and I had that conversation. And I want you to keep looking and do what you're doing. But just know that we do care. And Trevor's a part of the team. I'm part of my team. He always has been. And he'll never not be.
I'm not asking you to tell him to vacate your team.
I know that.
What he needs to understand is that I can't have him around my team.
Fair enough.
Because my team, I see what's going on. And whether he realizes it or not, he's being manipulated. And the person that's doing this isn't going to suffer. Instead, I'm suffering. Instead, Trevor's suffering. Instead, they got me sitting there baring my teeth at Trevor Lee. And Trevor Lee don't want to back down. That's probably the wrong thing. I'm looking for my son.
I know. That's all I wanted to say.
That's the main goal.
That's all I wanted to say.
It's about Sebastian. That's all it should be about.
That's all it is for me. It's all about people complained about my.
No, it's not. It's about the drama for you. It's about how you can make Katie and Chris look like monsters. It's about getting revenge because you were divorced. You have a lot of hate for her. People say you still love her. You could. Hate and love is a fine line. But you got revenge. And I'll tell you what, the things you put out, Seth, it's not how you handle this. And good people tried to tell you. And as soon as they do, you drop them like a hot potato.
My GoFundMe. Well, I told my sister to shut it down 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, in a parking
people don't
lot.
want to give me. That's fine.
Hey, Darby.
That's fine. It's on their good nature to give me anything to use for this search. And if people don't want to do it, it's not going to stop me from searching.
Seth, you haven't. Okay, he hasn't been searching.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
my end goal is to find my son, and I love all four of you. I watch you all the time.
You don't even know them.
Smile around and fuck out. Smile around and find out. Smile around and fuck off. But that's mine.
Sorry about that. I got yeeted. I got kicked right out of my own live. If that happens again, I'm just going to switch to my phone and I'll just play audio. But we do? Mm-hmm. I don't. So, okay. So Seth made sure Josh had that call. How would Josh have gotten it? The PI wouldn't have gave it to Josh. Seth made sure Josh had that call so he could put it out. So Seth didn't have to be the one to put it. He was behind it. Oh, I'm not sharing screen. I'm sorry. I thought it shared screen. Damn it. Wow. I'll back that up. That son of... Yeah. The only way Josh would have got that call is from Seth. From Seth.
See, who sent it to my mom? You did. You, Smiley. Love you, Justin. And I love you, Josh.
Love you too, buddy.
Love you too.
I'm the one, but I'm the one that leaked it. I am.
No, you didn't send it to my mom, did you?
No.
See, who
No.
sent it to my mom? Because
No, but
my
you did.
mom had it before you did.
Just, and I don't know who else had it. I know another person, one other YouTube person had it, but you and I had a conversation.
Well, I wasn't going to bring up our conversation because I remember our conversation, Josh.
Yeah. But
because that's in confidence between you and me off the record. Why are you making it on the record, man?
Well, no, I asked you if I could. That's
but
it.
See, I went one step further. I went to look for beforehand.
Okay. So, hi, Arctic Fox. So, Seth knew that Josh was releasing that call. Josh got that call from Seth. There was no way the PI was going to send that call to Josh. Okay? Seth, stop it. You just stop it. You just looked as guilty as hell. You as fake as they come. This was all nothing but manufactured drama by your ass. Because every time you get called out, you and your PI guy just got called, PR guy, whatever you want to call him, scammer, con man, you're getting called out for the fake info you put out. So what happens? You do this. It happens every time. Every time. He is Hope. He is. And I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, well, he don't know. He knows. He knows exactly what he's doing. And who do you think gave that call to his mom? But that's even true.
Why does
And
he try to talk like he's so
yeah,
cool?
no, it was leaked before you got it.
Good. I mean,
It was.
At one point in time, literally, I have Trevor telling me that the person who I gave it to him, and I did not give it to him.
I got you.
That's a bold-faced lie, and when I catch you, and I catch inmates and
Okay, you passed that call around and you gave it to Josh.
lies all the time, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, and then I'll explain to him, I caught you in a lie, dude. Come on, come clean. And I gave him that opportunity, and he just decided to keep digging with the shovel, man. You know, that's deceitful, and that's not going to help find Sebastian.
I understand. I do. I'm listening. I understand what you're saying.
Well, the whole world's listening,
in
right?
other words, he just told you to shut up because you were letting the cat out of the bag, which all this does is confirm to me that he was well aware you were releasing that call. You were not the only one he gave that call to. That's what Seth does. Like I said, this is only happening now because the other night it backfired on him and Tony with Tony putting out that crap with that Steve dude. And this new info. That's not new info. Yeah. Same shit.
And now, I do have to get off. As you can see, it's dark. I just wasted about an hour of my search time.
I understand.
Things come out at night.
Yes.
All right, listen. Tomorrow is the bike ride, right? We might as well tell them that tomorrow's the bike ride.
Yes, tomorrow will be the MC ride. We will be meeting at the Rudder. 4 o'clock. Kickstands up at 5, and we will be coming to Beach High School, where we'll be having hot dogs and a vigil afterward. Hey, there's food involved, okay? Not corn dogs, Josh. Hot dogs. There'll be hot dogs. The vigil is for a community. It's to bring people back together, to understand that there's people out here who want to find my son, and I want to find my son. That puts us in a common goal, people. Come, do not bring the drama. My son does not deserve the drama. My son deserves people to find him, and that is what the vigil is. We will have prayer. We will have people speaking that deal with autism.
According to him, he's searching in the parking lot at the school. Okay. Someone said this guy's shovel. Yeah, he's talking in circles. And I do believe he wants to find his son. I do. This is not how you do it. He is the part of the reason there is so much drama. It's because of his own actions.
We're going to have a good... Watch out, people. Don't get ran over.
And this is
if
what
people are invited, just please don't bring the drama. It doesn't solve anything.
Have you heard if Chris and Katie's coming?
I was informed the reason I moved it from the church to Beach High School is A, they weren't going to let any live streaming, and B, they informed me that Chris and Katie told them 2 weeks ago that they weren't showing up. Well, I was...
So why are you allowing live streaming, Seth?
Holding it at the church because the conversation that Chris and I had, he said if I held it at the church that he would show up. So I jumped through a bunch of hoops. My team did, I did, to get it held there. And then found out that he wasn't, he had told them that he's not showing up. So
wow.
We had people from the church leaking conversations that we're having. It's like, wow. I mean, I gotta go.
Okay.
But yes.
Well, hopefully they.
Well, Trev is slimy. I know things that I can't say, but even if Trev released the call without Seth's knowledge, karma is a itch. Maybe you shouldn't have brought him in with the Nina BS. Yeah.
They will change their mind and show up.
Josh got that call from Seth. Josh said that him and Seth had a talk before he released the call. Seth was aware of it.
And, I don't know, but many prayers.
Yeah, his mom didn't want the live streaming. You're right.
Jesus Christ.
But now, neither did Seth. Now they're going to.
Wow.
They had to move it because the church wouldn't allow live streaming. Why are they live streaming it anyway?
Wow.
Sad. No words. Tony said he had to go. No words.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I think there's a big misunderstanding with him and Trevor. I really do.
Well, look,
Trevor's no innocent dude. Trust me, I know.
Their assessment of Trevor.
I don't know him,
Right, I don't
just from
either.
what I know, what I've seen on here, and yeah. Then he's left YouTube, but yet he's going on panels and in all these chats. Yeah,
Either.
But don't tell me that Seth was not involved in that call being released. I'll never believe that.
I don't know exactly what has gone on, but basically what needs to happen is just let Seth do his thing. I mean, Seth's got to do what Seth's got to do.
Right. I mean, I get that as a dad. I mean, and you do, Josh, I mean, you do anything for your kids. And
well, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, it's for it's
right.
His decisions. Right. So,
right.
It's his decision. I just would have liked to ask him I would have liked to know how he forgave Stephen. That's what I'd like to know. And if he forgave Stephen, I don't see any reason he in his head couldn't forgive Trevor.
Okay. All right. They forgave Stephen for outright lying, and they're still believing what he said. I played you Tony's live from last night. They are still saying that Stephen was telling the truth, and yeah, they forgave him, but they still believe him.
Because Stephen gave him the hope. You see what I'm saying? But that's just me.
No, I agree, but that's a good point.
Who's Stephen?
That's
the one that lied his ass off yesterday and said he went and talked.
Crabtree.
Yeah.
Look, I think that anybody that has followed this case from the very beginning knows that there were a few people on the ground floor putting this out or talking about this case. Trevor might have been the very first. That doesn't mean that it's quote unquote his case, but he got the ball rolling.
Right.
I came in because I saw that he was very passionate about it, and at first he had a few
Cher,
hundred.
you can come back up here. I'm sorry, hold on. If Cher's still in here, she can come back up here. I felt bad for her for jumping down, but anyway, go ahead, John.
There's a few hundred people, and then we got it onto my channel, and then Pascal, and then you guys started covering it, and everybody started covering it, and I mean, Trevor was covering it when it wasn't even a big topic at all. Most people didn't even know about it.
Right.
So he's going to feel betrayed and upset, and that doesn't make it about him. People will say, well, he's making it about that. That's not what that means. It's hurtful, and he has a right to feel the way he feels. Seth has a right to feel the way he feels.
Yeah.
And that's it. And Sebastian's missing, and let Seth continue to search and do what it is that he feels he needs to do and who he needs to do it with. And that's it. There's really nothing else to do. And just, keep keep Seth and Sebastian in your prayers is all I can say. And even Chris and Katie, I know that people, feel a certain way about them, but they, everybody, there needs to be some softening of hearts here. There needs to be some changing of minds. There needs to be somebody that is willing to put an end to this, that loves Sebastian enough, that knows something, that it just needs to stop somehow, some way. And that's my hope. And thank you for letting me up. I'll talk to you guys later.
No, thank you, Josh. You're always reasonable and you have the softest heart. And I thank you. I thank you because I think you calmed me down because I really just thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. You guys talk. I'll be watching. Take care.
Okay. All right.
Bye, Justin.
Bye.
I love him. He has the softest heart. He really does.
You love everybody. You don't even know them.
I probably shouldn't have got to fussing like that, but it all breaks my heart. It really just breaks my heart.
It's frustration. It's frustration.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Trevor has a lot of people that like him that were on Seth's side that now are not on Seth's side. Seth just created a whole bunch more drama for herself. Intentionally.
Everyone, we're all literally almost 24 hours a day.
Oh, Spanky.
Looking, searching, talking.
How are you looking, searching? How? You're sitting behind a keyboard. Okay.
Putting this out.
Putting all the drama out, all the misinformation, all the disinformation, hell, all the damn lies. Because you've done it. You've actually accused Katie of giving him medication. Don't worry, we're going to review that. Not tonight, tomorrow. We're going to review it, though. We're going to give you and Sherry your 5 minutes.
And nobody is,
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing. And I think what Josh said was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to put an end to this.
Who's Heather? Hold on a minute. Who's Heather?
I have no idea.
Oh, is she talking about the PI? Hold on. That might be the PI. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Anyway.
So what, the PI is going to come up?
I was thinking creator. Sorry.
Jay is there too. Sorry.
Hey.
Hey.
You're fine. Hey, Justin.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Smiley.
How are you doing, honey?
I'm okay. I'm sorry that happened.
I was watching her earlier, and I actually thought she was starting to see the light, see some real truth. But, yeah, that didn't last long. Because she was right back to blaming Katie and Chris. Yeah. Without no proof.
No, it's fine. I'm just shocked.
Yeah, I think all of us are shocked.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, first of all, that I have known Trevor Lee on this platform for a long time. And I mean, I just shared his law that he had passed in Tennessee in my Facebook group, I think yesterday or the day before. And I left him a comment that I'm so proud to see someone, especially his age, be such an advocate, man. I mean, if you look up advocate in the dictionary, like Trevor Lee's right there. So I really feel like that was really, really that was really off. That was weird, But I do want to say that, I appreciate Trevor. I saw what he did, not only with Summer Wells, but with just a couple weekends ago. He had all the flyers set up there in Rogersville. People don't talk about this. You know what I mean? But he had all these flyers set up for 4 different people.
Well, and he does it all the time, Jay. All the time.
Yeah, I've been
following. He does it all the time.
He doesn't cut his camera on, and for every time he does it, I mean, Trevor's my buddy. Trevor and Josh and
I absolutely love him. I really do. I mean, I couldn't imagine, being more proud of who he is. And I just wanted to say that because I think that's really, really unfair. Whether you're the father of a missing child or, anything like that, it doesn't give you a free pass to attack the good ones. And I'm here to say that Trevor Lee is one of the good ones, man.
He's one of the really good ones.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Right.
trust him. He does what he says, and he says
Okay,
what
I
he
can't
does.
take much more
And
of this.
I just
I'm
felt like
gonna-
that needed to
I'm
be
gonna
said,
puke.
and that he stated he was
Blackmailed.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
A lot of the good ones have seemed to be chased away lately. A lot of us have followed these same people in other cases, so
Yeah.
we know how they operate, and we are seeing them being broken down for, I don't know if it's what reason, but I'm
Strange.
concerned about that
Yeah.
he would be blackmailed, and I just wondered if he was comfortable expanding on that at all. And that was really just my question.
Yeah, because I mean, and I followed him, from Summer Wells, and too, he's done a lot of good. He gave his own money and everything. We talked about that on your panel, Jay. And I have 4 grown boys, but also, like the era that I grew up in, I said, I wish he, any of the younger boys like him, they don't even know, like back in the day, like I wish there was more children that were like him, or not children, he's not a child, but what are
Okay.
they out
I'm
doing?
fast
They're not
forwarding.
giving their money and advocating.
This is
and
what's
all
coming
this
from
kind of
someone
stuff.
who worships
That's not what they're out doing.
MGL.
And
Right. And he originally started this, on a personal level with a friend of his. And that's where
Right.
his passion comes from. And for any is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to hop off here, though. I didn't know if Trevor was still here, if he wanted to, expand on that. Even if he wants to email me, I find that to be concerning. But Smiley, love you. Love everything you do. Justin, love you. Everything you do.
Take care,
And Terry
Heather.
Lynn, keep pounding the pavement. You're doing wonderful too. I mean, leave Terry Lynn alone is the
Yes.
motto.
She's
All right.
crazy.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Terry Lynn got a couple screws
I love you
loose.
too.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Wow. Hey.
That was
Kind
well.
of, yeah.
How are you doing?
I don't know what to say.
I don't either. I'm lost for words.
Well, that's not normal for me.
No, it's not.
Why does on her avatar? Why does that head
So you
look
can
like
do
it
whatever-
don't fit the body?
Do whatever.
Like it don't go
Don't
with the
even know what to
body.
say. I mean,
Look at how the neck
but
goes
I'm
down.
just gonna say it.
and
If he's still here, I'm gonna
meets
apologize
the
to
dark
him
tan.
because I know he
Just
has
look at
brought
that.
awareness
That's
to things.
it's like
because
it's something's not right with that picture.
he put it out there first.
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
got the Amber
That's
Alert,
really
yeah, but
strange.
I stopped the Facebook thing, but he was the one that really dropped it quick. And there is no handbook. I'm going to say this, and I'm not making excuses, but is there a handbook for somebody that has their child is lost or missing?
No.
There's not. There is no damn
Every
handbook that
case
any
is
of us.
unique.
Yeah, there's no.
He sent it to multiple people. He sent it to Nina for her court hearing. So I heard it.
I
Just
went
at
too
your
far.
work.
How are you?
Oh
Many
my
prayers,
God, not
many prayers.
guidance. Oh, I can't. That
Yes,
guidance
and
drives
it's-
me nuts.
I mean, there's been all these parents that have come on, and they've lost the child, and you listen to what they say in my chat. I mean, I'll read it, of course, but just reading it, you're feeling it, and they're knowing what they've gone through. There's so many people that could connect, and he could connect with on a level how he's feeling, because not everybody's going to feel that.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't with
And,
the.
Like you said, the drama and stuff, that can stay later. They can fight out later.
Someone
Let's
said you're
fast
being
forward a
streamed,
little bit.
Smiley.
Who's streaming? There's no telling who's streaming me. I don't care.
Oh, you're not mad about it no more? You were mad about it in the beginning.
Mm. What's new?
Hey, Miss Kirby.
But she gonna turn around and try to strike everybody who was streaming her too.
I don't know the man. I don't. I've never had a conversation with.
I don't know who was, so, but
yeah.
I waited and went what was already out there. I didn't go to the live part.
I don't, in my opinion, he's
I
just
don't know
not
if it
making
makes any
things
difference,
easier.
but oh well.
Yeah, Sebastian.
We're
It's just
about over. Okay, I'm moving forward. This is boring.
It's sad all the way
this
around.
guidance.
We're doing.
I can't. I can't with that.
You're the
shit.
Energizer Bunny girl.
I think this sets an example of we're here for Sebastian, and it shows how vulnerable.
Thank you for that.
Oh, she gets a whole panel
had found
going.
somebody with my same name who had been an assessor to murder in North Carolina.
Oh, is this
with my same name? He was desperately trying to discredit me and had found somebody with my same name who had been an
Wait a
assessor
minute,
to
is
murder
this
in North
the
Carolina.
Heather-
Found some before where
Sure.
The PI? The
another
PI?
maybe something. Whatever, people can say what they want. He did say that there may be some things that are.
Sorry, y'all.
Is
so lost for words.
Riley Strain case with the fan.
Yeah.
Mrs. It left. Sorry. The other two slipped away. Okay, maybe I found it. Thank you for that.
Fine.
And prayers. Says we're Miss and Trevor. What exactly that? I have to scroll up here.
I'm trying not to mess you up.
Said Seth
Smiley
showed.
is just losing it, man.
There we
I don't
go.
know, Patricia.
There you go. Hey, Heather.
Is this?
Hey.
How are you?
This is the XPI.
Oh.
Hi. Okay, so I'm hearing everything twice. What do I do to change this?
Do you have your YouTube open, Heather? Still?
Yes.
Exit out of YouTube. And just stay in StreamYards.
Interesting.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Why is the XPI even
That
in
was
this
maddening.
chat?
Yeah, it's so hard to speak when you got like double talk.
Hey, Holly.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I have not been keeping up with this. I lost my grandma last week, and thank you. I had not been online. I had not done anything. Got a message from somebody today, and it was like, Tony Mathis is working out really well. And I'm like, okay, is that sarcastic? I'm not sure what's happening. And I just, right now, the only perspective I can give, because I haven't been a part of the YouTube and all the online drama and stuff. The only thing I could tell you is that I have had several conversations with Tony Mathis. I know about like the, allegations. And in fact, I told him today, I said, why don't you let me run a criminal background? I'll run a criminal background check on you. Mm-hmm. And if there are things that are being said that are not true,
It is Heather.
I have no problem going public and saying, hey, these things are not true.
This is one of the XPIs.
He said
there was Heather and
he
Chloe.
said he doesn't care what people are saying about him, whatever. People can say what they want. He did say that there may be some things that are actually another Tony Mathis with the same middle initial. So, yeah, I don't know. But I do know that is a huge problem with sometimes with the sleuthers that use like the public platforms.
Sure.
That is actually, I've actually had a problem with that before, where somebody was desperately trying to discredit me and had found somebody with my same name who had been an assessor to murder in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they were so sure that it was me that they literally filed a complaint with the PI board claiming that I had been involved in this murder in North Carolina. And I had not, absolutely not.
Yeah. Some people just check the name. They don't check the birth dates and everything else. They just they see that name and they just go with it.
Right, exactly. And so that is, I know that is a problem, and I don't know if maybe some of the things are really him and some of them aren't, or I'm not really sure. I'm not here to debate that. But I do want to tell you that, you know, some of the conversations that we have had.
So Tony said that if she runs the background check, the criminal background check on him, that another Tony with the same exact name, even the same exact middle initial, is going to come up. Okay, Patricia, thanks for coming in. Yeah, likely excuse, huh? Tony did not want her running no criminal background on him.
Agree with. One is that there have been too many cooks in the kitchen in this case. You know, I came in, I was trying to be a bit of a PR. I was trying to be, you know, my job, which is PI. And I was trying to wear too many hats. I think, you know, there's just, I'm not going to speak on Chloe or her position because that's not my place, but I just think that everybody needs a designated role and needs to do their job and do it well. Do it, you know, 100%. But if you can put 100% into your role, and that is your only role, and leave the other roles up to the other people that have those roles designated to them, I think we would get a lot further in this case.
Yeah.
You mean
so
like have a real team with professionals, like that was supposed to happen when he hired you guys, or didn't hire you? You worked for free, whatever. But every time he gets people around him that want to run things the right way, he drops y'all like hot potatoes. Instead, runs with the Tonys and the clowns like T-Rev 57, 757. A lot of them.
I mean, that's
Tony,
one of the biggest
come on.
problems. That's a really big problem in this case. That's one thing that I felt like, you know, that I dealt with. And then there's the egos. There's a lot of things going on that are
the birthday to Social
just
Security
not
number won't match.
doing Sebastian any justice at all. As far as the leaked audio, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys about what I know about that. Chloe and I both had withheld that from Seth because we just, you know, like I've said before, we felt like it was just going to cause more problems. And that's not something I usually do with my clients because I don't feel good about withholding anything from my clients. You know, and frankly, you know, if I give my client something and they want to leak it to the world, they can do that. That's their prerogative. But in this particular case, because of how hostile it's been and whatnot, Chloe and I both felt like it was best to not share any of the audios. And I had several audios with Chris. You know, the people didn't hear, you know, I got a lot of criticism, like I didn't stand up for Chloe enough and whatever. Like I had worked really hard to get in good graces with Chris and Katie. And I was trying to maintain that to some degree. I mean, obviously threats were not acceptable, but you know, at the end of that phone call, the people I did share it with, the question was, okay, do you think these are valid threats? Does law enforcement need to be notified?
He said a cease and desist.
You know, I've dealt with things like this in other cases when people say things like, oh, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you with the cease and desist, you know. And it's like it takes the teeth out of it, you know, when they throw a cease and desist into that. Like we can't, you know, we take that to law enforcement, and law enforcement's gonna be like, oh, that's not a threat. They're threatening to sue you. I've had similar situations in the past. In fact, one that I tried to get a restraining order against somebody in a previous case, and because all their threats were veiled, I mean, it was just, you know, I got turned away, and And so, no, at the end of the day, I didn't feel like, and most of the people I consulted with didn't feel like that call was going to be anything that, you know, would have the teeth to get any sort of restraining order or file any kind of charges. But I did do my due diligence to make sure.
Wait a minute. Seth is out here saying he's got even worse calls than that. But by what you're saying, this was the worst call. Okay.
And to also consult with Chloe and her team and, you know, how she felt about it. But what happened with that audio, and it was, so Tony admitted to me that he sent it to Seth. I'm still not entirely sure. I'm still not entirely sure how Tony got it. I was going back through my emails to see if I had sent it to him because I don't recall sending it to him. So I'm not really sure how he got it. But he sent it to Seth, and Seth had supposedly sent it on to Nina for the court hearing or whatever. But I don't know. And that really seemed to be where the problem began, because
so Seth did send it to Nina to use in the custody hearing. Wow.
Up to that point, it never got leaked.
So Tony's the one that got it. Tony's the one that got it and actually leaked it. He leaked it to Seth.
He gave it to Seth, correct? And I
And
no,
Seth
I don't
passed
think,
it
I
on
don't
from
think
there.
he leaked it to the YouTubers. I don't think he was the one that leaked it to the public, but he was the one that sent it to Seth.
Mm-hmm. And Seth took it
and
from
he
there.
apologized to me. He felt really, really bad about it. He said that when Seth told him that neither Chloe or I would give it to him, he said he thought, you know, that it was just cute, that we were just trying to protect him. And I'm like, no, Tony, like there was a bigger reason than that, you know. But
I gotta interrupt. I gotta stand on. Listen, that's not what. No. Back up. We had a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. You and I had a conversation.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, about him
So I'm
sending it to Nina. About Seth sending it to Nina, correct. But then later when I talked to Tony, Tony told me that he actually sent it to Seth. So that's how Seth got it, was that Tony had sent it to him. But I said, no, you know, I mean, that's fine. I wasn't mad about that because, you know, Seth, technically he had every right to have it. You know, he was the client. And, you know, if he had, I guess, you know, hounded me enough for it, I probably would have just given it to him. But.
So how did Trevor get it? Did Seth give it to Trevor?
That I don't know. I have no idea. But I mean, I don't think there's any reason to be mad at Trevor about that, though. Really, honestly, not about that. I mean, I don't know if there's other things going on that they're mad about.
Yeah.
But that specifically, I don't think that it's any reason to be mad at Trevor.
Yeah. I'm just wondering because even if Seth gave it to Trevor, he shouldn't be mad at Trevor. I'm curious.
It sounds like he's more upset that his mom was sent the clip too, no?
But I don't think it's the same clip.
I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
But no, I just, you know, things have transpired and more about that has come out. But I'm not really sure why it's such a big focus. I'm not really sure why we're getting so caught up on it.
Yeah, and yeah.
I mean, so I don't know what Tony's position is, what he's called. I'll just say PR. So the PR was leaking this as well.
I don't want to use the word leak, Justin, because I don't feel that way. He gave it to Seth. And,
okay.
Yeah,
I thought you gave it to Seth. I'm confused now.
I didn't give it to Seth.
She's
neither Chloe
Okay.
or I gave it to Seth.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna leave that at the door because this is not my panel, and I'm gonna respect that.
No,
so one of the two of you gave it to Tony.
Well,
The
that's
what?
that's what I was trying to figure out, because like in fact, just a while ago, I was going through my emails trying to see if I actually sent it to Tony, which again, I'm not really sure.
Heather, is it? Oh, that's you. You're up. Oh, stop. I thought that was the other girl. I'm still looking at your. You're still trying to come up, and you're here. I thought it was Chloe. I don't know why I was thinking that. I was fixing to tell her to come up. She wanted 2 skits. No.
Well,
but how did if you or Chloe didn't give it to her, well, what about Tracy? Could Tracy have given it to her?
No, Tracy hasn't done. No, she doesn't do anything without clearing it with me first. Yeah, she's signed a NDA for me. She don't do anything without.
Well, here's the bottom line: the call, it should have never happened anyway, because Chris, that should have never happened. It should have never even happened, because all the information was out there before y'all even went on panel at Web Sleuths.
Right, and that's what I was trying to explain to him.
I know. So all that should have never even come to that. It's just crazy. All of it's just crazy.
I do have one question for you, Heather, because this has been stewing in my head, and it comes from that conversation to where he was upset about Katie's family's information, which we already knew, which was already shared. In relation, the only thing out of that 3-hour phone call, or the live, that triggered him was Chloe talking about how people physically came to her that saw his mom parked at washrooms.
Yeah.
I think it's a deflection of direction, but that was just my speculation. I just wanted to know your thoughts on that, because that's how I took it.
I will tell you this, that, and this is not just this case, it's just a general statement, but when people get particularly triggered by
they're talking about, they're saying that he was so pissed because with Chloe over the lie about his mom and her car being there, and
subjects, those tend to be the subjects that I zone in on.
Yep.
And that's why I've been seeing this as a deflection of making you focus on one thing that they're upset about. In reality, out of that whole interview, there was one particular part that really made a person being triggered very noticeable. Not so eloquent with my words right now, but if that makes sense.
Right. And I'm not investigating this case currently, but just from a general standpoint, I think that, when somebody's particularly upset about a specific subject, then that's where, and I think law enforcement is smart enough to know that as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know, Justin. What do you think?
Someone said Josh said Seth gave it to him and he leaked it. They had a conversation, unless that was a joke.
no, that's exactly what happened. Seth gave it to Josh and knew that Josh was going to leak it. Josh said they had a conversation.
Josh said it right on it. Josh said Seth gave it to him and Josh said he leaked it.
Mm-hmm.
He said he leaked and that's true. Josh said he leaked. Well, I know you don't like the word, Heather, I'm sorry, but Josh said he put it out there.
I just don't like the word leaked when we're talking about Tony giving it to Seth, because it's not a leak when it went to the client,
Oh, sure.
Well,
Okay.
first of all, I was blamed for this shit by you, Heather. Remember?
Well, yeah, we did talk about that.
And we had a conversation, and I know what that conversation was.
Yeah, and then I deleted because when it came out, when I got the message, it was Terry Lynn just leaked the audio, and I didn't, that was how it was sent to me. So
I don't know Tony. I do not know Tony.
Correct.
I don't know Tony, and that was never out of your that. was not what was said. So I want to take that off the board quick.
I'm sorry, what? What do you mean? I don't understand.
Well, you're saying that what I'm saying is,
Tony gave
That's
the call
not who-
to Chris. Tony got it. It had to have been from Chloe, if not from Heather. Tony gave it to Chris, and Chris went and passed it around. Or not Chris, Seth. Seth went and passed it around. He gave it to Josh, who put it out there, and who knows who Josh gave it to. They just passed it around. Seth was behind it.
You said.
No shocker there.
That's where I'm going to leave it.
Correct, because when I talked to you, I didn't even know Tony had it.
I agree with that, I
We
hope.
were at the point that was very early on that I talked to you. It was before we had gotten to the bottom of anything. So at the point that I had talked to you, I think all I knew was that Seth had it and sent it to Nina, but I didn't even know.
Why would Seth do that? Why would he give it to Nina? He wants to find Sebastian. You know, he's why on earth would he do that? To jeopardize Chris's custody case. That man is nothing but about revenge. He is still blaming Katie for everything in his life and still seeking revenge for leaving him and divorcing him. And I truly believe that. Hey, 10.
Yeah. Well, when I'm getting stuff,
I mean, to purposely try to sabotage that child's custody battle when Seth has no idea what is going on with that child in the first place. What if there is grounds for Chris to take custody? We don't know. I mean, I think it's just the typical bullshit with asshole parents, but you know, but what if? And why is Seth inserting himself into that situation in the first place when he should be worried about finding his own child?
known thing, and it wasn't Seth, then how the hell? This don't make any sense. Just saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think it makes perfect sense, actually.
I
don't.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That
Terry,
man does not have my number.
I'm sorry, but Terry Lynn is nuts. She's yeah.
He don't know. I don't know him.
Well,
and this shit was blamed on me.
Josh
I
said
mean,
he
initially it was blamed on you, but I mean, that was just because, you know, I didn't even realize it came out on the lab first. I just got a message that Terry Lynn just leaked the audio, and I didn't even, you know, that's all I knew initially was that you were playing it. I didn't even know it had been out before that at that time.
Josh said he put it out, but he said he didn't give it to Seth's mother, so someone else did that.
This shit
probably
apparently
Seth,
was on
if it's even
Twitter
true.
and in a Facebook group as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly,
I know that is exactly what come forward, and I guess I was the last one to actually get it.
Seth is causing a lot of these issues.
Yeah,
but-
I just don't think I don't think it really matters that much. I think we're getting really caught up on it, and it's just not that important. You know, I mean, Seth got it and he sent it to somebody. Tony had it. Who knows at that point? All I know is that up to that point, it didn't get leaked.
Well, Heather, so I just want to know, like, who? Okay, so you said you was working for, say,
Sorry about that yet again. I don't know what the hell happened this time. I'm so over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish playing it. I'm going to play the video because I don't know why I keep getting yeeted, but I'm not going to let that happen again. We'll go back to Smileys. Oh, I got an echo. Wait a minute. Okay. Now I can talk. Now can you all hear me? Hey, Chris Cross. All right, let's get back to Smileys. I don't know. I question that Heather. I don't know. I question her. Well, I'm gonna have to turn the sound down to play it on here.
Was trying to wear too many hats. I think, there's, so if my client is sending it out, then that confidentiality was not broken and I'm not at risk.
Tony told him he would be framed for it.
Yeah.
And Trev,
Seth got it and he sent it to somebody. Tony had it. Who knows at that point? All I know is that up to that point, it didn't get leaked.
well, Heather, so I just want to know, who?
Hey,
so you said you was working
for
Ange. Seth, but were you? And so you worked really hard to make a rapport with Chris and them.
Correct.
So is that normal?
Absolutely. If you're a PI and you're investigating a case, then you need to be able to, especially one like this, you need to be able to talk to everybody. And from the very beginning, Seth wanted me to communicate with them and to be able to talk to them. And so that was a major hurdle, because our very first encounter was quite confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
They were all confrontational up till about the very end.
Trev Tom says, Tony told me I'd be framed for it, and that's what happened.
Tony told him he would be framed for it.
Oh.
And Trev Tom wasn't, because I wouldn't even know how to reach
Wait a
this
minute.
guy.
So Tony told Trevor that he would be framed for it? What the hell is Tony going around doing?
And this is just crazy.
But I just don't even understand. I don't even understand why it's such a big deal. I don't understand why.
I think it's because, Trevor's getting,
blamed
a lot of flack. Yeah.
But blamed for it. Who? Look, if Seth, how do I say this? If Seth would send it to Nina and it would become public information, then, at that point that it becomes court record, it would be public information. So anybody could have gotten it. So the idea of it being leaked, at that point, anybody, it's the point is moot. It really is, because at the point that it became public information, then it's really not sensitive.
That's because I had to get on my phone. I don't know. I got yeeted again. I don't know why it keeps happening. And that's twice. So I got on my phone and I'm just playing it. But now my system is starting back up. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Besides the battery. And I will get it fixed one of these days. I'll see if it'll, I just don't want it to go out again. And sucks that it does that. So while it's doing that, I'm playing you the recording. Oh no, I don't believe any of them. But do I believe that Tony gave Seth the recording? Absolutely. And Seth passed it around. Seth gave it to Josh. They had a conversation. Seth knew that Josh was releasing it. Seth also gave it to Nina to use in the custody battle. That's gross. That is really gross. Okay, so it says it's charging. What the hell is going on then? Ugh. It's because the battery's not charged at all. It's at 0%. And it shouldn't be. It should be charging while it's plugged in. That's how I know it's the battery, but it's also the port. Of course. Can't just be one simple thing. Oh, it's loading. It's loading. Alright, we'll see if I can get back on it, but I don't want it to go out again, though. That's what I'm worried about. So I figured I'd just play it for a minute and give the computer a minute to warm up.
I think it has more of the principle of malicious intent behind some creators that really put their all into it. I think that's the bottom line on why people are so upset on that. But I think Seth is more upset that because I'd be like somebody blaming it on you, and your hands are clean, and you don't have a track record of doing A, B, and C, but yet you get a lot of hate because you know how social media will go. One hit, everybody jumps on like a pack of dogs.
I mean, it's kind of like I've seen Heather say, like, she has to come out and make a statement because now it's putting her, or something to that effect, in the Facebook group, because now it's putting her license at stake or something. I mean, it's kind of the same way because, you know, I mean, it could have if somebody from, like, say Tracy, if Tracy had done, then I could be in big trouble for that, you know, the moment that my client sends it to somebody else and it becomes public record, then it's my license is no longer in danger because the only person I owe a duty of confidentiality to is my client. So if my client is sending it out, then that confidentiality was not broken and I'm not at risk. Right. But I mean, the same thing kind of goes for Trev Time or anybody.
Okay, let's see if this works this time. If it cuts off again, I'm done. You can bet tomorrow I'll make sure I'll use something else. I'm not using this. I'm going to try to get this finished, though, because I want to call it a night. It is late. Thanks, guys, for being so patient with me.
They're all into it. I think that's the bottom line on why people are so upset on that. But I think Seth is more upset that because that would be like somebody blaming it on you, and your hands are clean, and you don't.
His
have a track
hands aren't
record of doing
clean.
A, B, and C, but yet you get a lot of hate.
Wait a minute. Seth's hands aren't clean. He admitted that he gave the recording to Josh. Josh admitted he got it from Seth. Seth also gave it to Nina to mess with Chris's custody battle. So please tell me how Seth's hands are clean. I don't get it. What am I missing?
This is Kitnet Box, designed by cat parents for cat parents. Inside each box is a carefully designed mix of toys and
I mean, that's nuts.
Social media will go.
Hey, JJ.
One hit, everybody jumps on like a pack of dogs.
I mean, it's kind of like I've seen Heather say, like, she has to come out and make a statement because now it's putting her, or something to that effect in the Facebook group, because now it's putting her license at stake or something. I mean, it's kind of the same way because, you know, I mean,
could have if somebody from, like, say Tracy, if Tracy had done, then I could be in big trouble for that, you know, because the moment that my client sends it to somebody else and it becomes public record, then it's my license is no longer in danger because the only person I owe a duty of confidentiality to is my client. So if my client is sending it out, then that confidentiality was not broken and I'm not at risk.
Right. But I mean, the same thing kind of goes for Trev Time or anybody else, you know, Trev, me, anybody. I mean, you shouldn't have to feel blackmailed in this case to either step back or step down because
So
somebody don't
Tony
like something.
told Trevor that he was going to be blackmailed and set up for the call release when it was really Josh and Seth. Interesting.
Or don't want you searching or snooping or doing this. You know, I mean, it's the same thing.
I don't know. Heather may have not been. She may have not known.
No, I'm not saying her. I'm just saying.
No. What I'm saying is, did you see what happened earlier on here?
I did.
Okay,
I got a Facebook message. The message was actually that Seth was bashing us, and I was like, "What?" So I jumped on, and so yeah, I caught the very end of it. But no, obviously he was not bashing us, and that was cleared up, you know, afterward. But
yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I'm good with everybody. You know, I talked to Tony. I haven't talked to Chloe recently, but I think we're good. There's nobody that I have an issue with in all of this.
Yeah.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But it's kind of difficult with you know, things the way they are. But
yeah. I mean, I get that. I would like to stay on good terms with everybody. I mean, and you know, same way, I mean, I can understand you. You're in a very delicate situation there.
Well, I guess I'm kind of not anymore because I'm not really even working the case at the moment. I'm still on standby if he needs me. But I guess his focus has shifted, and I do, like I said, I agree with the things that Tony has said to me in private conversation about, you know, just getting everybody focused and getting everybody in their own lane. And, you know, this person does this person does that. That's your assignment. Don't cross over in other people's lanes. I think that's a very intelligent way. You know, maybe he doesn't have experience in this type of work. You know, I think we can all agree, you know, with Riley Strain being not Riley Strain, Caleb Harris being his first case. You know, he is new to the game, but we all have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I thought it was only a couple weeks.
What he has said to me makes sense. And
they got introduced.
I don't know. I mean, all that other stuff. Oh my God.
That's how Tony got hooked up with Seth, was through Pascal.
Hey, stop. Another dog was walking by the window. You know, all this other stuff, I don't know. I don't want to comment on it. It is what it is. You know, the majority, at least, you know, they're intelligent people and they can figure things out on their own. And, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. But his ideas of how to straighten this case up, I don't think are really all that off.
Right. Yeah. Excuse me. I agree.
Whether he does it or somebody else does it, it doesn't really it needs to be done. Like, there needs to be a general, and there needs to be the people, you know, this is how he said it to me. He's like, there needs to be a general, and then there needs to be a PI, and then there needs to be a SARTech, and then, you know, everybody needs to have their lanes, and they need to stay in their lanes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree. There's too many hands in the fire.
I think it's a little late for all that.
Yep. Let's see what it says. I think Seth is mad because someone sent it. Yeah, I agree.
Trevor wouldn't do that. Trevor wouldn't do that.
No, I don't think Trevor would do that at all. That's what somebody said. I think Smiley's never been so. I am too, actually. I never catfished and the real fish. Look, Smiley got catfished and the real fish. How about that? And more. Thank you. They're talking about Terry Lynn 100. Thank you, Michelle.
Well, Smiley, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. I don't have a whole lot.
He wasn't talking about y'all. He wasn't.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I know you now, but
Yeah. But thank you for coming over. Yeah. I didn't know, man. I was just like, Terry Lynn, speak your mind.
You know what? There's those times that it's just not.
Well, no, speak it, please, Terry. Get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out.
No, because especially if somebody's in grief or whatever, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go that low. I'll
Yeah. Yeah. I guess there's, look, get your handy dandy notebook and just write it down. Yeah. Please make Terry comfortable with her. But see, I don't know what comment she was going to make. Terry knows she's at home right here, honey. She can make whatever comment she wants.
Look at Smiley, what in the
this is
dirt?
I just know that's a damn lie, and that's all I got to say. A damn lie.
Well, I had a
That's all I'm
feeling.
gonna say. A
I had a
damn lie.
feeling.
That's it.
Terry,
Damn
Lynn,
lie.
you have no
I didn't know
credibility.
what you were going to say, honey. I didn't
You
know.
really want us to believe you? You have no credibility, honey. You're a little wackadoodle.
I didn't know what was
No,
what.
that, tweet that, whatever it's called, or Facebook that. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Yeah.
Claiming that.
Well, see, I didn't know. I mean,
I see you said Tony said gloves are off.
I don't even talk to that. I don't even know that man. He could never reach me.
wait a minute. His
If
gloves
he-
are off
no,
what?
no.
I said
And-
he's- hold
Tony
on, I-
said gloves are off, and then the call was leaked. Heather gave it to Tony. Tony gave it to Seth.
No, that's not what
Seth
I was
leaked it.
told. So I'm gonna. No, that's not what I was
I don't
told,
think
and that's
Seth
the
leaked
damn
it.
truth.
Seth gave it to Josh.
That's the
Josh
first time I
said
ever heard that
so.
shit. So that's that. Okay, and I don't even know Tony. So that's the truth. Let's talk the truth. Stop the bullshit.
So
It's
who
all
did
turning
he
shit
did
down.
mention?
Josh
Look at
leaked it, but it's who sent it to his mom.
It's ridiculous. It was sent to probably they said 6 or 7 people. It was in a Facebook group. It was in a damn Twitter. I don't, whatever.
Who said Trev's going live?
Oh yeah,
now?
the call
Trev
was
was
everywhere.
No, he's not. He's not.
The
Okay,
call
he's
was
not? Okay.
everywhere. It was everywhere. So it was already out. But you know what? I still believe Seth was behind it all. Sorry, but I do.
Oh, that's T-Rev. Okay, T-Rev must be going live. Lord have mercy. Honey. Smiley's still trying to go down these. Look, let me get some of these. Look, I don't even know. Let me get some of these started quick. Lord have mercy. I done got. Let me see. Okay, I done got some of these. Mexicana became a new YouTube
I
member.
said he
One
got
shot.
it
I think I
from
done got
Seth.
some of these. I'm going backwards. Erica's a new member. Lord have mercy. Pines. Let's see what first would boot him. Who go down here and answer y'all? Oh, here comes Trevor back up. Yes, come up here, Trevor.
Oh, Trevor's
Come back up here,
coming back
Trevor.
up.
Thank you, honey.
Okay, so let's just squash the call thing. This is what happened.
Okay, tell us.
Okay, that
That's
call
all.
that was recorded, that was between Chris and Heather, who was just up here,
Mhm.
was sent to Seth initially from Heather. He had asked for it for a while. They did not give it to him. He finally got it. He's their client. He demanded it. She gave it to him. He had it. He sent it to multiple people. He sent it to Nina for her court hearing. So
Uh-huh.
I heard it, and Josh heard it. I let him hear it. So we both heard it. Okay, that's where we are right now. We had both heard it. That's where it stands. It wasn't anywhere yet. Then I go back and look at who emailed it. It was emailed from a woman named Michaela to Seth to Nina. Now, Michaela is the same woman that was answering Seth's phone when he would be in the background of Seth's phone when he'd call me at midnight. I'll let you fill in the blanks there. So she's the one who sent it, and she sent it to Seth, I guess, who they forwarded through each other's phones to send it to Nina. Okay. Well, somebody got it to Terry Lynn. I don't speak to Terry Lynn. You know who does? Seth's mother.
No, that's what I was
Seth's
about to say. I
mother.
don't speak to you. I don't even know how to reach you. I really don't. I back what you've done and the law that you got passed on Facebook. I don't know nothing else and no other way to reach you. That's what I'm trying to say.
And so
I don't know what the hell.
You can confirm that I did not send that, correct?
155,000% on my mama and my dead dad. This is ridiculous.
On
That's
mine
why I'm not gonna, a woman that's grieving, I'm not gonna shit on. But
So
this
Heather
is
was
ridiculous as
lying.
hell.
She did send the call, not
so
Tony.
there we're at that point. It was then sent to her. I'm not asking who sent it to you, but I'm just confirming that
Do
it was
any
not
of
me.
them tell the truth?
Josh had heard it. Josh then had a conversation with Seth, and this is what Josh confirmed earlier to my knowledge. He had a conversation with Seth, and Seth pushed him to play. He told him he could play it. He told him he should play it. So Josh put it out, and then whoever.
And that's what Josh said. Seth, he had a conversation with Seth, and Seth knew and pushed him, told him to put it out. So is Heather lying? Tony's not the one who gave the call to Seth. It was Heather herself. Who knows? There's so many liars in this game. It's insane. But Josh did admit he's the one that put it out with Seth's blessing, so to speak. Regardless, Seth was behind it all.
Asking you to source that, but whoever sent it to you, then gave it to you and you put it out. So we had 2 people that put it out and had pushed it out. There's that link in there is that person that had been with Seth had also had possession of it. I don't know if she sent it to who or who sent it around, but that's how it moved around. I am friends with Chloe. Chloe is a friend of mine. I have known her before this case. Why on God's green earth would I want a call across all the interwebs that is her being absolutely talked down to by Chris? That makes no sense. Why would I say, here, this is a great friend of mine, let me just have her bash across the internet? No. Secondly, Tony told me I was going to do it for clout. I have a YouTube channel that I don't use anymore. If I wanted it for clout, I probably would have put it out myself, not said, here's some other people who can put it out and release it, whatever, leak it. It didn't happen that way. Tony called me because he was upset that I made a comment to him that I didn't like them getting rid of Chloe, and I didn't, and that's my opinion. A lot of people agreed, a lot of people disagreed, whatever. He then told me that he knows that I put it out, and then they told me that they were going to expose Chloe, they were going to come after me if I said another word about Tony publicly. And what they do tonight, exactly that. I'm not asking anybody to believe me, but that's what happened. I don't speak to Terry Lynn. I don't have any way to send it to her. I don't want Chloe to be disparaged across the internet. I would never put a recording of her out there like that. It just doesn't make sense that I would be the one that did that, because I didn't.
No, I got nothing from you. I don't even know how to reach you. I don't. And I did reach out to Heather when my name was brought into that equation, because I mean, I was live and I was getting bombarded. So yeah, I did reach out to her and tell her, because of course they're saying that there's a Facebook post or whatever, and that Facebook post was a lie, because
so who sent it? I'm wondering who sent it to Seth's mother.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
That seems who he's worried, like mad about, from what it feels like.
Yeah.
Check the Facebook. I mean, check there's Facebook groups, and I need you to check the Twitter.
Well, I'm telling you, the people that had it before it made it out to Nina, before it made it out to anyone like that, was Seth and this woman whatever the equation is, that's at his house at midnight all the time. These
So
two,
Seth-
I saw the email.
Got
This
it.
woman, Michaela, had it and sent it. They sent it between each other's phones, and then they
Right.
sent it to Nina.
So
She didn't
Seth
send it to
sent it
me.
out to people. Seth sent it out to people, and they
He
could
did
have
not
sent it to
send that to
anybody.
me. He did not send that to me. Again, on my mom, Seth did not send that to me. I haven't spoken to him.
They
Nina
do,
did not
Sheila?
leak it. They got it like the day before her court date, and she was in court all day.
No, Nina wouldn't do that. No, I don't think so.
You don't know Nina.
He did not send. Seth didn't send me that. This is just nope. And neither did
No, I'm
this
not
guy
saying
here.
Seth sent it to you. I'm saying that Seth had it.
I don't even
and he
know
initially
who sent
distributed
it
it.
to the lab. The copy that I got was, well, it was. You could barely. It's inaudible for me.
Well, here's okay. So if Seth is telling Josh to play it,
Yeah,
then he wants
is.
it out there.
It is, Cheryl.
So why doesn't he just say, I wanted it out there? It didn't make him look bad. It made Chris look bad. My question is, if he wants to make Chris look bad and want that recording out there, then why hide behind somebody else putting it out there? Say you did it. If you wanted it out there, then say you did. Because I didn't want it out there. Not because I care for Chris, but because I care for Chloe.
Yeah, his mom was in my chat when I was trying to play it. That's true. But it was not a good, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I didn't even hear all the threats in it.
Okay, so Seth's mother was in Terry Lynn's chat when Terry Lynn was trying to play the recording. So maybe no one even sent it to her in the first place. They all lie so much.
Just saying.
And I get it. Seth is a grieving father, but you know who's not? Tony. Tony has no excuse for the crap he's pulling. The misinformation that came out the other night, and then now all this, calling me and telling me that he knows that I put it out, and them telling people to tell me that if I speak again badly about him, that they're going to expose Chloe and they're going to come after me, and that they know I did this. That I don't see how that's okay. Tony is not the grieving father in all of this. He brought himself in here, inserted himself with zero credentials, zero experience, and is tearing this case apart, imploding it from the middle, and trying to bring on people who have no business being here, and throwing out all the people who have tried to help.
So Trevor, did he contact you after you come up here tonight?
Nobody contacted me after I came up here. Well, I mean, a lot of people have, but not them.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
They have not spoken to me, no. Not since the night. Okay, so another full disclosure. The morning of the Pascal show, they went on that night. They were initially going to release the DCS records. Somebody called the office, and they pulled it back and said, you can't do that. So morning of, that's when the announcement came out that Chloe was let go. I spoke to Tony. I just sent a message, and I said, I think this is a bad decision. He called me and was upset with me because apparently I went to him. He has no business in personnel decisions, whatever. He was upset with me, told me about the call, and told me I need to stay in my own lane, that I have an agenda, the whole shebang. Then the day goes on, and then the Pascal show happens. And Tony had told me that morning that he would defend Chloe.
Yeah.
Because we agreed that she's a good person and she did good work, even though they decided to let her go. That's only their decision to let her go. When he says, I said, I respect your decision, but can she at least get respect, because that's what she deserves.
Yeah,
he said, oh yeah, I'll make sure she's defended. I defend Heather, I defend Chloe, I was like, okay, good. They go on the Pascal show. She's immediately thrown under the bus. So I sent that super chat and I corrected the record and said that Chloe is a great PI, a great human being, and a great investigator, and this is not okay to do. So after the show ended, I get a group chat made with me, Tony, and Seth. Tony put it together, put us all in there, and went after me again, saying that I had an agenda, that nobody has an agenda but I do, that I need to go to Seth about personnel decisions. He just does everything Seth tells him. All of this. And that's where all this came from. And then I spoke out about it. That, like, past couple of days I've said things about it publicly, and then I get this mysterious, if you keep talking bad about Tony, they're going to expose Chloe and they're going to do this, and there's nothing to expose Chloe about. I know multiple families that will attest to all the work she does for free for them, and there's nothing to expose me about because I didn't leak a call and I didn't do any of this stuff. It didn't happen. But
So-
they were going to frame me for it, and this is what happened.
Right.
So Jay for Justice makes a good point. Why would Grandma care how Chris
She was in
talked
my chat.
to Chloe to warrant that kind of anger? Red
She was
flag.
in my chat when I was playing.
See, Seth's mother was
Grandma
in,
was?
Yeah.
Seth's mother was in Terry Lynn's chat when she was playing the recording. That's how she heard the recording. Wow, Seth. Dude. You can't tell the truth for nothing, can you? Wow.
Yes, but the audio was so crappy.
I was in there too. Yeah, I remember
So-
that. Yeah. And then Josh went live after that.
Is
And
this
that's when
the
Josh
this is
played
not the
it.
investigation she works for, right? That's
No,
not
no,
the-
she has her own firm. Heather
Yeah.
has her own firm here.
Yeah.
Totally separate. Steve Fisher is not the same as Heather's firm.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I just want to be sure.
But someone did
They
speak
could
with Heather,
collaborate.
and she told them that. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of people work together and stuff, but they're not the same firm. Heather did tell someone though that Seth admitted to her long before that, all this happened, that he leaked it. He told her that.
Okay,
And I'm sure she doesn't
Heather's
want to-
saying, I didn't send it to Seth. Tony told me he sent it to Michaela's email. If I had sent it, I would say that. And what did Trevor say? That Michaela is the one who's always there at Seth's house and who was passing it around. And Seth knew that Trevor was going to play it. But Terry Lynn played it first in her live, and Seth's mother was in the live. So then Josh went live with the call. Wow. These people tell on themselves.
out and do that because I know that was her client. I'm not saying she should, but he told her that.
Can you pop that back up?
She told someone that Seth told her that he's the one who leaked it. And I just don't know why he can't just own that. If he pushed it out, that's fine. Again, I'm not saying that, should have protected Christian and put it out, whatever. It wasn't my business about who got the call. But it's not, I didn't do that. It didn't make any
So
sense.
Heather says I didn't
See,
send it to Seth.
That's my technicality question.
But you told me you sent it to Seth. Just saying.
Just
But I
said
thought,
that.
why wouldn't Heather send it to Seth? That's her client.
She said, Heather, that's what you told me you did.
I thought, did she not say she sent it
Just
to
saying.
Tony? I thought she
She
said
said she was
sent it to
checking her
Seth.
emails. She didn't know.
She told me
Well,
she
then
sent
how
it
did
to
he
Seth.
get it? I mean,
And that's
Seth got
it.
it somehow.
She told me
He
she sent it to
requested
Seth. So that's where I stand. I don't know Tony. I don't know nothing about any of this stuff. And at this point, I'm done with it. I'm over it. This
Tony
drama, I
told
don't
you
want
he
it.
sent it to Michaela's email. Who's he? That Tony did or that Seth did? Because it was in Michaela's email. I mean, I have a screenshot of the email log, how it moved through to Nina, and Michaela's name's on there.
See?
I'm telling you, I'm not going to be up
It's
here
a
any longer.
lady
That's the
that's
story.
always, I
People
thought it
believe
was
or
Seth's
not,
girlfriend.
Tony is imploding this case.
She's
from the middle,
always
and I hope
around
people wake
him,
up before
and
it
she's
explodes
there
pieces,
late
because
at night.
Sebastian needs to be found. The adults take second to this. I'm sorry, but they do. This has been a cluster. Sebastian needs to be the focus. He needs to be found. I'm gonna get back to doing what I'm doing behind the scenes because apparently being out in
That's what I
public
agree
is making this a mess. So thanks guys for letting me be up here in your time.
Oh,
It's
anytime,
all the best.
Bye, Trev.
Anytime, Trev. Thank you. Wow. Wow.
Well, that went well.
Yeah. Oh boy. Lord have mercy.
My question was, how did it get to Tony? And she said she was going to check and see if she gave it to
She
Tony.
said no.
Well,
She said she did go through her emails, and she did not send it to Seth. Or Tony. That Tony sent it to Seth. And this Michaela, which Trevor has the emails to prove that that they were passing it back and forth to each other. Josh said he got it from Seth. He spoke with Seth. Seth knew he was going to release the call. Seth encouraged him wanted him to release the call. Unbeknownst to them, someone had given it to that Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn played it in her live that night, and Seth's mother was in there. And then a couple hours later, Josh goes live with the call.
Tony be technically a client, or is it just Seth? Based
Well,
on
she would have had to
technicality?
give it to one or the other, wouldn't she?
No, they don't, Cheryl.
See, Tony, Seth is the client. I thought she said she didn't want to give it to Seth because.
Okay, all I can say is she told me she
No,
gave
he
it to Seth, and that's all I'm
wasn't.
going to say.
I
I'm
hope
done
he
with
sure
it. I'm
wasn't.
done with it. It's a bunch of drama. It's a bunch of shit. And it's a stir of stir of a stir. Listen, there's a kid missing that needs to be found. The other shit, fight it out later.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a shit show.
It's getting away from Sebastian. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. None of that should even matter anyway, because it just shouldn't. None of it. The phone call, nothing. It all stems back to the information was out there, like I said, to begin with. None of this should even matter.
Loli, I agree.
Same.
I
And
think it all boils back to one person.
that's why I asked her, I mean, is it normal? I mean, I know you have to get along with everybody and you have to touch base with the
That's
other
who it all
person, but
boils
that's
back to.
why I
Who are you trying to
disagree.
say? Who are you trying to say it boils back to, Spanky? You're right. It all goes back to one person, Seth.
Working with everybody. They should have their own PIs. And yes, if you have to touch base and ask them a question. Because look, how are you going to investigate if you don't talk to the other people? I get that. But you can't tie me up to the other people. You know, I'm not saying that's what she did, but come on.
Yep,
Now.
Jay.
I mean, you got to be on one side or the other. I've said that before. You got to choose this. They got to have their PI, and they got to have their PI. You got to have your attorney. You got to have your attorney. You got to have your PI person, and you got to have your PI person.
You got a CYA on both ends, all sides.
Oh my God. All right. I think the excitement's about done. I think anybody else.
And I just want to say, where's the baby?
Where's the baby? And where's Dolly? You could have come up here and said hi, Dolly.
You had me laughing when I heard you hear that. I hear him every time. I hear that phrase now.
I know.
Tonight and tomorrow, guys. Tonight and tomorrow. I'll be out tonight and I'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you going to get to go to the vigil? I heard you kind of say something on there. You wasn't sure. You weren't going to ride a motorcycle. That's what you said. You said if you had a 10-speed.
On fire, the three of us.
Oh, at the
Question chat that I did want to acknowledge. They did want to.
I could not come up here.
No problem, girl. Anytime.
And I apologize. I do apologize for my language, though. I do.
Oh, it's okay, girl.
Apologize.
What language?
But he's not going to stop either.
I hope everything goes safe tomorrow, and I hope the weather's good, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, there's no way to stop. I mean, I'm not going to stop, and I know Mr. Charlie. I mean, I aggravated. He's not going to stop either. He's in it for the long haul too. I mean, he's a local. He's not going to stop.
Yeah,
and it really is about him.
Mm-hmm. And Justin, you keep on keeping on, and keep doing what you're doing.
All
Thank
right.
you for having me up on a drop that way you can have.
Wow. A lot of information tonight, huh? If you just listen to them, you'll hear it. They tell on themselves. There's so many involved. Oh, hey, Brittany. Yeah. So, my take on all this is they're all liars. They're all about they are the drama. But listening to them all, yeah, I question anything Seth says anymore. I do, in my opinion, think he was behind this call getting released. Josh busted it out and he was not happy with Josh. Josh even said that Seth knew where, they talked. Trevor backed that up by explaining it. I don't think anybody sent Seth's mother the call. She was in Terry Lynn's chat, according to Terry Lynn and Justin. And when Terry Lynn was playing a very bad recording, a couple hours later, Josh did his live and played the audio. And played the recording, which he got from Seth. And Seth wanted him to play it. And this lady that's always around Seth, Trevor's got the proof that Seth and her were passing it around back and forth. And they were passing it out. This is insane. And Tony's involved in all of it. Yeah, it seems to be about that. It does. It seems to be about the money. And, tomorrow, instead of concentrating on what they should be, all they'll be worried about is slamming Katie and Chris because they didn't come. I wouldn't show up either. I'm sorry, at this point, I would not show up. Nope. And it's probably killing her not to. Because it's her son. It's crazy. This is all crazy. Yeah, Tony, he's deep in this too. Yeah, I wouldn't either. None of them can shut up. And if you listen, they tell on themselves. It's crazy. And sadly, Sebastian is the one lost in all this. He is the one lost in all this. If you were 15 and you seen all this going on, would you want to come back to it? Oh. This is insane. And again, this stuff happened, so I put off what I was going to talk about. So, yeah, tomorrow. But it is late. It's going on 1 o'clock. I kept you guys here long enough. This is crazy. Exactly. They can't call. No, it's not I took misinformation away from them a long time ago. It's purposely disinformation and bullshit. And every time Seth gets caught up in something or something don't go the way they planned it, they come out with manufactured drama, just like this was all. I don't trust none of them. Don't trust none of them. He said, she said, circus show, playing game. Yeah, it is. Hey, Corinne, I won't follow this due to the crap either side is doing, and I won't take it. Yeah, it's insane. It's totally insane. It really is. It's totally insane. Good night, Darbs. You didn't mess my live up. You're fine, Sheila. I don't go over to Reddit much anymore, but there's probably a lot of stuff going on over there. I'm not a big fan of Trevor, so never was. I don't know. They all seem to have their own agenda, and their agenda just isn't finding Sebastian. If you ask me, it's all about them and their content. Duke, don't mess with my cord. Come over here. Yep. All right, guys. I'm going to end this. It's really late. I'm going to quit doing these late night lives, I think. Well, I don't know. Summer, my schedule is going to change because of summer. I don't even have a schedule. I go live when I can. I don't have a set schedule. I'm going to try to get one for summer. With the kiddos off of school and stuff. And that way it'd be easier for everybody too if I have a set schedule. It's just hard because there's so many that go live. And we all share subs, and it's hard. People don't have respect for us tiny little channels. But I'm going to get off here and I'm going to try to get some rest because my kids get up really early. And you guys all have a good night's sleep. And I'll be seeing you on these YouTube streets. I'll be live sometime tomorrow. It won't be a late night live, though. It'll be an early one. All right, guys. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow.